All righty, folks. Welcome here to New Pal High School as we get ready for tonight's JV matchup here between the Eastern Hancock Royals and the hometown New Pal Dragons. Looks like we are on all of our things here. Let's see. I don't know what that thing is there. I'm going to let you talk for a minute. I got to fix something here.
All right, we're about a minute and a half away from the start of the JV game tonight. Royals playing their second game of the season. The New Pal Dragons playing their first. I had a conversation with Coach Paxton today. He said the football team has been so successful recently that they got tired of postponing and rescheduling their first game, Thanksgiving week. So they just moved it and started now. So they've most of these kids had a long time of preseason before they get to play, which at least in football seems like it takes forever.
Yes, it does.
So we'll get underway here. Royals coming off a loss last week to the Centerville Bulldogs. Going to look to get winning ways, go and get Coach Paxton off the schneid here tonight. We got a full bench. We noticed that last week. Got several kids that are splitting time with the C team and the JV, and a couple of guys playing JV varsity. But we got the most kids on a JV team that I can remember in quite some time.
Yes, we do.
Our starters tonight will be Drew Morris and Brennan Trueblood. You'll hear us call him Youngblood. Luke Lewis, Parker Robertson, and Gavin Jenkins. Struggled a little bit last week with the scoring in the second half. We were real close at the halftime. I had a couple of baskets, I think, and then couldn't get going. And maybe that's the varsity game. It's all blurring now. But I had a food coma since then. But like the JV looking to get going, and probably Gavin Jenkins be the primary shooter of that starter group.
Number 13, a 6'1" sophomore, starting at 4.
Sorry, I'm trying to get, there's a weird picture on here that I'm trying to figure out how to get rid of.
The third forward is a 6'1" freshman, number 55, Drew Morris.
Drew Morris got to be taller than 6'1".
At guard,
He definitely feels like it.
Yes.
sophomore, number 1, Luke Lewis. And at guard, 5'10", sophomore, number 2, Parker Robertson. And the junior varsity coach for the Royals is Joe Paxton. And now here are the starters for your Dragons. Starting at 1 forward, 6'3" freshman, number 15, Will Davison.
Will Davidson, one of the starters for the Dragons.
6'1" junior, number 20, Liam Atkinson.
Liam Atkinson.
Starting in the middle, 6'3" freshman, number 44, Sam Hershey.
Sam Hershey.
At guard, 5'11", sophomore, number 3, Eli Parrott.
Eli Parrott. And it looks like Evan Studi.
A 6' junior, number 21, Evan Studi.
Several of the Dragons listed on both rosters as well. So they got a nice sized squad. Got some height here.
Yes, they do.
And this is going to be a matchup of big school against the small school. And hopefully we come out on top. Hershey going to be jumping against Morris.
Sorry, like I said, having a weird issue with the button there. I don't know why that was playing that way, but I think we're all good now.
It's because we're on the road.
That's exactly what it is.
Deep tip to Hershey. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Misses, and Youngblood comes off with the rebound.
Hershey went up and hit it down like it was like a soccer play where you kick off as deep as you can. So Lewis in the corner. I forgot we're not on video. Robertson near the top. His three is good, and that's nice to see Parker get going here earlier.
Yeah, he didn't hit a three last week, so that's kind of his specialty.
And Royals in a 2-3 zone right now.
Three on the way is good for Eli Parrott. ties it up at 3 with 6:14 to go.
If you ask Coach Paxton if he'd like a tie 6:14 in, I think he'd be happy with that.
I think you're right.
Robertson comes around. He's going to shoot dead on. It's off the back rim. Youngblood grabs it.
Youngblood flips it up. No. And that one comes off to Hershey.
Yeah, and Brennan was anticipating getting fouled, and so he kind of threw up a wild shot, but they called no contact. And that's Will Davison in the corner.
That was just too easy. We got lost in rotation there.
Yep. So Parrott picks up Lewis about three-quarter court. Dragons playing man-to-man. Jenkins on the left wing. Comes up the top, hits Lewis in the left corner. Lewis will bring it around, gets a screen from Morris. Turns corner, throws it back to Morris for 3. Off the side of the rim, and Parrott grabs it. The Dragons are off and running. Parrott gets in the paint, hits Hershey underneath, and again, you said it's too easy.
We're just not moving real well. Hershey gets on the board. It's 8-2 with 5 minutes to go here in quarter number 1 of the JV game.
Robertson on the right wing hits Lewis up top. He's going to get a screen, drive in. Luke's shot rolls in.
Got the roll.
And I like that.
By the way, they said Parker's shot was only a 2, so right now they got it at 4-8 on the scoreboard.
Oh, I disagree with that. And I like when Lewis goes to the basket. He doesn't look for his shot very often. As Parrott
gets an open look.
Yeah,
it bounced off the back of the rim way up. If it had been at Eastern, it would have hit the wire.
Yes, it would have. It might have gone over the wire. That was home cooking right there for that. He knows how to play the rim.
So 11-4 Dragons here. 4 minutes and 19 seconds left here in the first quarter of the JV game.
Jenkins drives on the right-hand side, gets stuck at the block, takes a shot, and misses everything.
I think that was blocked by Liam Atkinson.
Yeah, we'll call it that. Studi gets the rebound.
Hershey just out-hustled everybody there.
Yep.
Kicks it over here to Davison. He drives, goes up and in for 2 more. Will Davidson.
We look a little bit discombobulated, like we're not quite sure where we need to be.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we may not be too far from a timeout here.
Now 13-4, 3:45 to go. And they're going to get Davison with the foul, trying to go through that screen.
Yeah, we have done a good job, Drew, up top setting screens, but we are having to start our offense way far out.
Yeah, I think I got all the problems fixed with the radio thing. It was showing some weird graphic. I don't know.
Yeah, Jenkins inbounds it right in front of us to Morris. Morris will shoot from the left wing. His shot's no good.
Davison with another rebound.
Right now the Dragons are getting all the loose balls. That's an air ball, but, of course.
Liam Atkinson right there for the rebound. Kicks it back out to Davison. He drives, finds Parrott in the corner. Parrott's going to drive, gets it lane to the basket, and he's fouled by Drew Morris and makes the shot. And that's going to give Parrott his 8th point with a chance at 9 here really quick.
Coach Paxton calls a timeout.
Coach Paxton takes the timeout as it is 15-4 with 3 minutes, 30 seconds to go here in the first quarter of the JV game. We're going to step aside after a 30-second timeout.
Our service area is actually East Central Indiana. They come to us because we have this unique ability to access specialty care. Our partnerships with St. Vincent Health and Heart Hospital. We have Peyton Manning Children's Hospital, the Mayo Clinic Care Network. We access their resources via the broadband network that we have through 9 Star Connect. It's really all about connectivity. We don't have connectivity except for 9 Star Connect.
9 Star is a different kind of company, and the difference is you.
All right, folks, we're back here. Getting ready to come out of this timeout. 3 minutes, 30 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Royals got a nice shot right off the get-go. Parker Robertson, they're going to give him a long 2. I swear it was a 3.
Yeah.
But we don't have any video evidence to go back. So Eli Parrott now at the line to try to finish off the old-fashioned 3-point play for the Dragons. And he sinks it. So Parrott with 9 first-quarter points, and the Dragons lead 16-4 halfway through the first quarter.
Yeah, we'll see what we've got here as Luke's on the right wing, gets it to Jenkins up top. Dragons playing really good defense.
And the Dragons have a lot of length. we're moving well, but they're catching it, and they just aren't giving us any lanes. As Youngblood drives in, kicks back to Jenkins. Drew Morris thought about the three from the right wing. Finds Youngblood. He's going to drive, kick to Luke Lewis. Quick three from Lewis.
Nope.
Missed it all.
And you can tell we're rushing things because of that length. They're closing out really fast. And really like to see Morris just kind of park it inside, see if we can't get him on a block and draw a foul or something, get an easy bucket. Parrott up top. Lewis harassing him. Tries to hit the back cut to Davison. Jenkins there.
He got it through, but Davison didn't do anything with it. Parrott drives, kicks to Davison. He tries to drive. Jenkins cuts him off. Back to Parrott for three from the wing is good. Eli Parrott with his 12th point of the quarter. 19-4. Dragons, 2:25 to go here in the first quarter of the JV game.
I think I'm seeing why Eli Parrott is on the varsity roster as well.
I think you're right.
Morris, long two. That's too far.
Another air ball. Youngblood saves it all the way back here to Parker. Nice hustle by Youngblood. Yep. I have that as only our second rebound of the game.
Yeah, there was one. He had one more.
Okay. I had him as that.
Yeah,
those two for him.
I have him with three.
Okay.
I think that while you were trying to fiddle with stuff, I think that he probably snuck one in. Morris gets a breather. Noah Maddox comes in. But that really, we just got considerably smaller. So this will be interesting on both ends of the floor.
And then we see Brody Smith come in. He will replace Evan Studi, and they just got a little bigger.
Yeah, it's a good counter from them.
19-4, 2:04 to go. They get it into Maddox, and he has it just ripped away by Hershey. Up to Parrott. Parrott on the right wing. Finds Davison up the Dragon logo. Goes to take Jenkins, can't get it. Davison's going to take a three from the left wing and bury it.
Right now, the Dragons can't miss.
No.
I feel like everything that they're putting up is going in.
Davison with 8 first quarter points, and the lead is now 18. 1:37 to go. Noah Maddox drives. Shot's no good. Rebound comes off to Liam Atkinson. Parrott throws it down inside to Hershey. Hershey posting up, kicks back out to Parrott. Parrott step back with long two, sinks it.
Yeah, and he had the three if he wanted it because Luke was sagging off, but I don't know if he thought it was too easy to be that wide open.
24-4, 1:08 to go here in the first. Jenkins drives, pulls up. Nice take, got partially blocked, gets his own rebound, can't get the putback. Rebound comes off to Davison.
And we saw this a little bit last week where he just struggled to make baskets, and that's tough when you're playing team shooting as well as New Pal is right now.
Yeah.
Into Hershey.
Up and under on Youngblood.
And really, there's not a whole lot else that Trueblood could have done on that. I mean, that looked McHale-esque.
Yeah, I mean, Trueblood played that well, but Hershey got a lot of size there. Quick three there. Was that Maddox?
Yep.
Missed it. They push the pace. They get up there. No good. Ball is tipped around. Comes off to Brody Smith. He puts it up, and he's going to be fouled with 23 seconds on the clock.
And that one we got caught watching. They finally missed a shot, and Smith went in and grabbed it, a rebound.
His first team second.
So I want to thank everybody who's tuned in. We got listeners in Orlando and 2 different parts of Kansas.
Nice.
So again, we encourage you to listen on our radio station link, tinyurl.com/EHSN radio. We can see where everybody's listening from.
Cash Poindexter checks in for Parker Robertson here to finish out the quarter. Smith hits the second.
28-4. Dragon lead with 20 seconds left here. Lewis gets it across, 15 on the clock, gets it over to Jenkins. There, Coach Paxton calling out ISO. Youngblood with 10, gets it over to Lewis. Lewis gets a clean lane, drives. His shot is blocked. Rebound comes down to Brody Smith. He pushes it up to Parrott.
Oh, Parrott, unbelievable pass.
And then unbelievable, but just out of the reach of Anderson. That is the Dragons' first turnover of the game as Anderson, he caught it, but they're going to say he stepped on the baseline.
I think he did, but that was I don't know how Parrott got that through there.
0.1 seconds on the clock. That's going to do it here for the end of the first quarter. The score, New Pal 28, Eastern Hancock 4. We'll take a second here from our friends at the IHSAA.
It's a harsh fact of life, but failure is inevitable.
You can work harder than you ever thought possible and still lose.
Sometimes someone else is simply better than you.
While life teaches us that we will sometimes lose, education-based athletics teach us how to deal with those losses in a mentally healthy way. I'm Bella Miller-Krieger from University High School.
And I'm Charlie Hosnow from Forest Park High School. With our coaches and teammates supporting us, student athletes learn how to move past the letdown and focus on the next point, the next play, and the next game.
We learn that negative energy is wasted energy, and that no matter how many times we fall short, as long as we are learning and never give up, we'll ultimately win.
I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Knighty. Be a champion of high school sports and the resiliency they build by buying a ticket to your high school's athletic events. This is overcoming adversity. This is developing mental toughness. This is your IHSAA.
So again, welcome back here. New Pal High School for the JV game. The Eastern Hancock Royals trail the New Pal Dragons 28-4 after the end of the first quarter. As we said, we encourage you guys to check out the this game and listen to it on our radio station, tinyurl.com/EHSN radio. You can also, if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, you can also chat with us. Eastern Hancock ball here to start the second.
It's Jenkins, Trueblood, Maddox, Poindexter, and Lewis on the floor for the Royals.
Looks like Parrott, Anderson, Atkinson. Good drive there by Jenkins. Takes it with the left hand. He's going to be fouled. It's going to send Gavin Jenkins to the line to shoot two.
Good aggressive move from Gavin.
Foul was on Liam Atkinson, his first. Finishing off, we have Will Davison and who else am I missing? Oh, Brody Smith. Gavin, a little too strong on the first one. He'll have one more free throw coming. 14 seconds here into the quarter.
Really nice crowd here early on in this game.
Yes, it is. Gavin sinks the second free throw. Gives the Royals 5. They trail by 23 here with 6:40 to go. Drew Morris getting ready to check back in for the Royals.
Davison from deep up top and hits it.
Hits it again. Will Davison with his 11th point of the game.
Yeah, one of the two freshmen on this roster along with Hershey.
And, you know, you talked about it being the first game of the season. You don't have any film on these guys to know. You just see a 6'3 freshman. You don't know anything about him other than what you see on the roster, and that's about it. Davison comes down with that rebound, pushes the pace up ahead, and Liam Atkinson is fouled, and that's going to send him to the line to shoot two. That foul was on
Trueblood.
Trueblood, his first.
Yeah, and I don't know that Brennan got him, but he was close enough that it looked like it. Again, Dragon just pushing the ball up court when they grab a rebound.
Now they're doing a nice job. We saw it as Atkinson hits his first point of the game. Hershey and Studi checking back in here. We saw it last week with Centerville. Centerville wasn't snatching rebounds the first time, but they were tipping it, and they were doing a really nice job at tipping it to their teammates, and we were doing a poor job of pulling down those boards. Missed it again, and Brody Smith lost it out of bounds. He thought he was going to corral it there in front of the young Dragon section.
Yeah, that was a good job. Maddox got over there, at least challenge on it, so that helped. Lewis will bring the ball up, and it's going to be Anderson picking him up right at the half-court line.
6 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Maddox up top with it, gets it over here to Morris. Morris is going to drive with the left hand and gets cut off. Gets it to Poindexter. Poindexter drives, scoop shot, and gets it up and around Hershey.
Yeah, nice job.
32-7 now. Nobody gets out on, Hershey missed the layup. Maddox is going to pick up his second. Nobody got out here. Sorry, I was talking on Brody Smith, and he just dumped it down to Hershey. Brody probably could have just taken that shot.
Yeah, good defense from Luke Lewis, though, who got switched onto Hershey and at least caused him to miss the first one.
So Maddox with the foul. Hershey's got 2 shots here. Misses everything on the first one.
It was Ollie-esque.
Carson Rush checks in for the Dragons, his first action of the game, and then Luke Zelinga, who made a really cool Christmas ornament in my class today.
Well, nice.
Hershey way too strong. Jenkins with another rebound.
Yeah, that was good. Goes in the Royals' favor.
Jenkins going to drive it in. Spin move over the outstretched arms of Parrott. No good. Rebound comes off to Anderson. Pushes the pace. Finds Studi for steps into the three, and Studi with his first basket of the game. 35-7. Dragons with 5:15 to go here in the second quarter.
Man, we keep saying it, but the Dragons really good in transition. They are just hitting all their spots.
Zelinga dishes to Jenkins. Three on the way. No. Rebound somehow bounces out to Luke Lewis. His shot, no. Hershey pulls down the rebound. Kicks it over here to Rush. Rush gets cut off, flips it over here to Studi, and buries another one.
Identical spot.
And we are just getting lost here in this zone, is just getting lost as the ball moves. The ball movement really good from the Dragons. And Coach Paxton going to use another 30-second timeout. With 4:43 to go, Dragons lead 38-7.
Are you tired of unreliable internet? 9 Star Connect's high-speed fiber internet is here to change that. Lightning-fast speeds and competitive pricing, delivering the best services at affordable rates to our local neighbors. Your reliable choice for high-speed internet. 9 Star Connect.
We have a little bit of Hancock County royalty here, as the original Phil Morris is in the building.
Oh, yeah. Formerly of Team Image.
Yeah. Did see he's wearing an IU pullover, though. He's not choosing sides. I guess when you work with all the schools, you can't show some favoritism. But
so Eastern Hancock ball. Yeah, we got listeners in Fort Wayne, Indy, Kansas City, Wichita, and Orlando.
Yeah.
Drew Morris has it poked away, but Lewis tracks it down. Lewis has a little bit of a lane, spins around, kicks it. Morris's 15-footer off the back of the rim. Rebound comes off to Brody Smith.
Morris is getting good looks, and eventually they've got to fall. Nice defense from Zelinga, but
Zelinga almost blocked Brody Smith's shot in. I mean, great D, but I think Brody put it up there so hard. I think if Zelinga doesn't block it, it goes way off the mark.
Yeah, may have.
40-7, 4:03 to go. Morris with the left-handed hook shot, no good. That. But he's going to be fouled by Hershey. Hershey's first.
Morris, first time he's been close to the basket, too. I like that, seeing him inside, using his size.
He's so strong. You want to see him in there. This is that first one off the back of the rim. Parrott and Davison come back in.
Yeah, Robertson comes in for the Royals. He'll replace Jenkins. He's going to get his first break.
Parrott and Davison.
Maybe not. No, Poindexter.
Parrott and Davison coming in is not a good thing for us.
No.
As they have combined for 25 points in 1.5 quarters of play.
Yes, they are the Shaq and Kobe of New Pal. There you go. Drew got to see the ball go through the hoop there.
Hits the second one. Under 4 to go here in the first half. Dragons lead 40-8 here in the JV game. Davison out here on the wing. Drives, kicks. Cooper Rush drives, kicks back out to Davison. He swings it around. 3 on the way from Studi. Buries another one.
I think Studi's 3 for 3 this quarter.
Yes, he is. He's got 9 in the quarter, and it's 43-8 with 3.5 minutes to go. And we're just having to help. They're getting biased to the lane as Drew takes a straight-on 3. No good. Rebound comes off to Parrott.
Yeah, Hershey was playing about 5 feet off of them, daring him to shoot, and everybody else was being defended pretty well.
Parrott over here to Studi. Studi drives, finds Hershey. Hershey, they're going to call a hand check on Drew.
Wow.
They've been letting them play, and that one they kind of decided to call that one. So Drew picks up his second. I don't know about that one, but 3:11 to go. It'll be Dragon ball out of bounds underneath.
I think technically that was contact, but it was no more than banging for.
It was two big guys that knocked into each other. There was no disruption of the play there.
No.
Hershey gets it in, hands off to Parrott. Parrott finds Davison in the corner. Coach is telling him to get it down into Hershey in the post. Hershey, nice job by Gavin Jenkins poking it away, but Hershey recovers it. Otherwise, Hershey would have been able to kick it to Davison for a wide open look. Studi gets by Zalinga, lays it up and in for 2.
So Coach Paxson told me today to find film on Hershey.
A steal there by Parrott and a 3.
He had to scour YouTube and found a 7th grade game film.
Okay.
So you're talking about not being able to check out, especially these freshmen, he and Davison.
So 48-8, 2:28 to go here in the first half of this JV matchup. Drew Morris drives. Hershey goes straight up. Drew goes through him and gets the first basket of the game for him.
Good job. Parker defends Parrott, doesn't let him get a shot, nearly forces him out of bounds. Or not, that wasn't Parrott.
That was Rush, but Parrott gets right around Lewis and lays it up and in.
Of course he does.
Parrott with 2 more, 50-10 with 2 minutes left here in the first half. Jenkins over here on the left wing. Jenkins spins, drives, and he's fouled by Carson Rush.
Yeah, and I don't think that was a foul either.
No.
This guy's got a quota this quarter, I think.
Checking into the game, Liam Atkinson for the Dragons. Brennan Trueblood for the Royals. He'll replace Zalinga. Jenkins looking to get it in. Finds Lewis. Lewis, I think he wanted that 3 right there off the inbound play.
Yeah, well defended by Studi, and Studi's got about 4 or 5 inches on Luke. Drew's aggressive. I like that.
Yep, but Davison's going to come away with the rebound. Pushes the pace. Nobody finds Atkinson in the corner. Finally, they miss a shot, but then nobody blocks out Studi. And Studi with the offensive board kicks it back out to Davison. His 3 off the mark, and Youngblood with the rebound.
That might be Davison's first miss of the game.
Feels like it. Youngblood in the corner with it. Backs it back out. Gets it to Jenkins. Jenkins drives to the free throw line. Step back 2. Buries it. Gavin Jenkins with his 3rd point of the game. Minute 12 to go here in the first half. Davison's going to get a screen from Hershey. Kicks it over here to Parrott. 3 from the right wing. Leaves it short, and Youngblood with another rebound.
There you go. They're cooling off a little bit.
Under a minute to play here in the first half. Nobody was out on there on Parker Robertson. Got a wide open look for 3. No. Jenkins with the offensive rebound. He's going to put it up, and no. But Drew Morris puts it up and back in for 2. So Drew's got 5 this quarter, 50-14. 40 seconds left here. Davison gets by Jenkins. Euro steps around Lewis and lays it up and in for 2. 52-14, 25 seconds remain here in the first quarter, or first half.
That was a smooth play from Davison.
He's a nice player for a freshman, too.
Yep.
Davison and Hershey, 2 freshmen, look really nice. Luke Lewis has the mismatch, has Hershey on him, drives, and Hershey fouls him with 8.9 on the clock, and that's going to send Luke Lewis to the line to shoot a pair. And that's where we've done our damage. We've gotten to the line. This is the 3rd time this quarter as Hershey picks up his 2nd. Lewis, no good, too strong on that first one. Sorry, I was listening to Coach Paxton. I wasn't talking because I was trying to listen to him call out exactly what the Dragons were about to do. Lewis knocks home the 2nd. 52-15 in favor of the Dragons with 8.9 on the clock. They get it across. Here's Parrott. Kicks it over to Davison on the left wing. Davison heaves one up at the buzzer, no good. And the score at the halftime break, New Pal 52, Eastern Hancock 15. And that is a 37-point halftime lead, which means we're going to have a running clock in the second half. So right now we're going to step aside real quick, and we will return after the halftime break. You're listening to the Eastern Hancock Sports Network.
Looking to give your car that sparkling clean shine it deserves? Look no further than Dave's Express Care Car Wash. Conveniently located at 1749 West Main Street in Greenfield, Dave's Express is your family-owned and operated car wash destination. Choose from our wide range of wash packages. And while your car gets pampered, you can indulge your taste buds at Dave's Express Grill. Have a bite of the world-famous Super Tenderloin Sandwich. Dave's Express Care Car Wash, where exceptional service meets unbeatable value. Experience the difference today.
In life and in high school sports, the most talented person doesn't always win.
And the most successful people are not always the most gifted. I'm Owen Fouts from Yorktown High School.
And I'm Lena Jones from Plymouth High School. More often than not, success requires being what other people are unwilling to be.
Consistent, disciplined, persistent, without taking shortcuts.
It's often the most dedicated, hardest working person or team that rises to the top.
The ones who run extra drills, who stay late in the weight room, who put in time after practice.
They say hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. And those who rise to the challenge are met with the greatest rewards.
I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Knighty. Support the hard work of our student athletes by buying a ticket to your school's athletic events. Thank you for being a champion of high school sports. This is consistency and commitment. This is discipline and dedication. This is your IHSAA.
Are you tired of unreliable internet? 9-Star Connect's high-speed fiber internet is here to change that. With dedicated fiber lines, you'll experience unparalleled reliability while staying connected 24/7, lightning-fast speeds, and competitive pricing. We work for you, delivering the best services at affordable rates to our local neighbors. Upgrade to 9-Star's fiber internet today. Visit 9starconnect.com to learn how we can keep you connected. Your reliable choice for high-speed internet, 9-Star Connect.
Some see a student athlete working on a shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly conversation about Indiana high school sports with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Now for an up-to-the-minute report about what's happening in the constantly changing world of high school sports. Here's Coach Bob Lovell with Commissioner Paul Neidig.
Welcome back, everyone, to our weekly conversation with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. And Commissioner, we are at the semi-state round of the football championship, and as you would expect, there are some tremendous games on tap around the state on Friday night.
Oh, Coach, it's shaping up. Well, it's been a heck of a tournament already, but it's shaping up to be really a fantastic weekend of football. And, you know, the weather's still going to allow us to – this is, you know, I was talking this morning, this is our last outdoor event of this season. Friday night, playing football, and everything else we've moved indoors, but we're going to get out and watch a little football. And I really believe that, you know, we're going to have some incredible games, but they're going to lead into an incredible state championship Thanksgiving weekend.
And I look at the matchups, and, you know, we talked about how balanced and how open some of these championships were, and I think that's really the case. You know, 6A Westfield at Center Grove, and 5A Warsaw, Bloomington South, 4A you have East Noble at Mishawaka, Martinsville at New Pal. There are some tremendous matchups there, and some teams that have weathered the storm and played well all year long.
Yeah, that's exactly right. You know, and we know that it's you and I talked in August about what a great year it's going to be, and you know, it's just a progression. It's one week after the next. You got to have you know, the coaches have worked hard, the kids have worked hard. Hopefully, they've minimized injuries within their program, and they're ready to go this weekend. But yeah, it's they just have to take it 1 week at a time, and I think that's kind of been the folks that I've talked to. That's kind of been their approach along the way, and I do think their teams are poised to do great things this weekend and the following.
Everybody wants to be playing in November. That's the idea. I can't forget our producer, Eddie Garrison's beloved Decatur Central Hawks will be at Bloomington South. He'll get all over me if I don't mention that. They've had a great season. Crown Point at Westfield, Brownsburg at Center Grove, all these in 6A. I'm not sure which one stands out more than any other because there are great storylines in each one of these runs right now.
No, I think that's exactly right, Coach. And every story is special to that community, or the people who want to go out and watch high school football. And, there's a couple ways to do that. We obviously know you can go to the game, but we have the full slate of games available this weekend on IHSA TV, and folks can, if they can't get to the game, they can tune in and watch these games on our Champions Network also.
Who else in the state has something like we do with the Champions Network? Are we the only ones?
We are. We're one of the few states in the country that have their own network, and we've been able to do that. And the one thing about people forget is, every game we broadcast at the sectional and regional level has been free, and there's no cost until this weekend. And the cost is still that of a ticket. It's no more than what a ticket would be. And so we just think it's a great opportunity to be able to watch high school football.
You mentioned, obviously, that this is the last event, outdoor event coming up. But we have girls basketball that's been going on, girls wrestling, boys wrestling getting started, boys basketball next week. Yeah, we talk a lot about football, but there's a whole lot going on in the IHSAA.
There is, and it's just that time of year. I mean, we always have something going on, and we just have a transition of seasons now. We're moving indoors, and yeah, the ladies have been playing for several weeks and honing their skills and getting ready to come up on a break with Christmas, so they can really focus in. But girls wrestling, boys and girls swimming. Boys basketball games are getting ready to begin next week. There's just an opportunity to go to your local high school and watch a game and see what's going on, and it's really a great value still.
It's the best seat in the house and the best thing to do during the upcoming holiday season. Don't forget to get out and support your local student athletes and all the things they do. Commissioner Neidig, it's always great to talk to you, and we appreciate your time, and be safe on the highways, and we'll talk to you next week.
Thanks, Coach. Looking forward to our conversation.
Thanks for listening to The Commissioner's Corner with IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig and Coach Bob Lovell. And thank you for your continued support of the high schools in your community.
It's not easy being a high schooler these days.
We juggle a lot each day between schoolwork, activities, jobs, and friends.
On top of all that, we're multi-sport student athletes. I'm Danae Klein, and I play volleyball, basketball, and softball for South Putnam High School.
And I'm Tyler Stanger, a wrestler and track and field student athlete at East Central High School.
It's hard physically and mentally exhausting yourself in practice.
It's hard coming back and doing it again the next day and the next and the next.
It's hard competing at a high level week in and week out.
But life is hard, and high school sports prepare us for it.
With every practice, every game, every win, and every loss.
I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig. Be a champion of high school sports and the life lessons they teach by buying a ticket to your high school's athletic events. This is developing character, perseverance, and work ethic. This is preparing for life. This is your IHSAA.
We all need to eat more vegetables, but we run into the same problems every time we go to eat them. Carrots and peas just have no flavor. Beans and Brussels sprouts have side effects that will send children running in fear. But there is one vegetable that everyone loves. It's corn. And when it comes to corn, there's only one name to trust: Paxton Farms. Paxton Farms sweet corn has been your go-to source of corn in Hancock County for years. So head on down and grab some. And when you think of corn, think Paxton Farms.
Nine Star is very focused on customer and member care, focused on making sure that however we communicate with the member and customer is how they want to communicate.
You know, sometimes we're the one person that they speak to in a day, and you want that conversation to be happy and pleasant.
As a nonprofit co-op, we're focused on providing the best service we can for our members.
9 Star.
All righty, folks, we're back here getting ready to start the second half of this JV game. The New Pal Dragons lead the Eastern Hancock Royals 52-15. They outscored the Royals 24-11 that quarter. Much better quarter by the Royals, but it's hard to overcome 28-4 in the first.
Yeah. To me, at this point, you're now looking at how can we practice? It's like a practice, a glorified scrimmage. I mean, I don't know that we could make up a 37 point.
Well, with a running clock especially, you're not going to do that. So it's not about winning the game at this point. It's about trying to, treat this like a practice. Break it into segments. So win these first 2 minutes.
Yep.
Coming out. Win these first 3 minutes coming out. It's about breaking it up that way and trying to win the segment.
So we've got the Royal Stars are out there. Morris, Robertson, Trueblood, Jenkins, and Lewis, and a block from Lewis, but
it goes right into the hands of Brody Smith, who lays it up and in for 2.
And we've got a different crew, some of the Dragons.
Carson Rush, Anderson's out there. Who else do I see? Evan Galloway, his first action of the game. Brody Smith is out there. Gavin Jenkins takes it in.
Yep.
No good, but grabs his own rebound.
And Nolan Lewis.
And then it looked like that he kicked it out to Parker Robertson. Parker stepped on the out-of-bounds line going for it. Really, as far as turnovers go, it has been a clean game turnover-wise.
Yep.
I've only got like 3 turnovers.
No, and we were just kind of outmanned. That was a really, really good half by the Dragons. About everything that could go right for them did.
I don't know what their 3-point percentage was in the first half, but I'm sure it was unreal.
Oh, yeah, it had to be over 50.
Oh, easily. Drive there, kick, long 3 from Evan Galloway. Too strong. Morris comes away with the rebound, his second of the game. Luke Lewis is going to push it.
Lewis probably could have got to the basket if he wanted to, but he's setting up, running through the sets.
Finds Drew in the short corner. Drew goes to back down Brody Smith. Little left-handed shot, no good. Brody Smith fighting Youngblood for it. Jump ball is going to stay with the Royals.
And again, I like Drew's aggressiveness going to the basket. That's good to see. I don't remember him doing a whole lot of that last week.
No, he really didn't. And against most freshmen and sophomores, as a quick 3 there from Robertson, no good, rebounded by Smith. Against most freshmen and sophomores, they're not going to be able to handle Drew's size and strength.
No, and this is the varsity for New Pal is ranked in 3A, so JV is going to be pretty decent.
Deep 3, Nolan Lewis, who's seen his first action, steps right in, buries the 3.
Yeah, so we'll get in the heart of our conference schedule, and Drew will, like, as you said, Drew will be going against some other guys.
Well, this is a really good JV team. I mean, this is a very talented group of young men. Smith and Drew fighting for it. Drew corrals it, flips it up to Jenkins. Jenkins dumps it down to Parker Robertson. Parker lays it up and in for 2. 57-17 with 4:20 to go. Quick 3 from Max Lewis, and Max Lewis buries a 3. And Coach Paxton the look of disbelief is just like everybody on the team is a 75% 3-point shooter tonight. Is just the look he's giving.
Their stats going into their next game are going to be unreal.
Yes. Drew missed the left-handed shot. Rebound there. Comes off to Anderson.
A little hard for Lewis. Anderson follows up a shot, though, and puts it in.
Anderson with his first points of the game.
Lewis gets to the basket on the drive. Can't put it over the front of the rim, though, and it's going to go out off the...
Youngblood knocks it off of Brody Smith.
I thought that was out on Brennan, but we'll take it.
Noah Maddox, Cash Poindexter check in for the Royals.
Yep.
Hershey, Evan Galloway, and Jacob Meese all check in. That's Meese's first action as well. 62-17, 3:10 to go here in the third quarter. Poindexter on the right wing with it. Flips it over here to Jenkins. Jenkins being harassed by Meese, and that's going to be a foul.
Yeah, that was as much contact as, or more contact than a couple of fouls in the first half. I'm fairly certain it's the same official calling all of the fouls.
I think so. I think you're right. I haven't seen the other guy call anything unless it was obvious.
Ooh,
nice inbound play.
Is that Jenkins?
Jenkins to Youngblood. Youngblood lays it in for his first basket of the game. 62-19. 2.5 minutes left here in the third quarter. Carson Rushers drives with the left-hand kicks. 3 on the way from Anderson. No. Nobody puts a body into Hershey. I thought Hershey just double dribbled, but I guess not. Hershey with the offensive rebound and the putback for his 6th point.
Parker did a great job of blocking his guy out, and as you said, nobody put a body on Hershey, so the basket actually, or the ball actually fell to Hershey. Parker was driving his guy out the sideline.
So we're going to take a quick break here. Hear from our friends at 9-Star. We'll be right back.
Are you tired of unreliable internet? 9-Star Connect's high-speed fiber internet is here to change that. With dedicated fiber lines, you'll experience unparalleled reliability while staying connected 24/7, lightning-fast speeds, and competitive pricing. We work for you, delivering the best services at affordable rates to our local neighbors. Upgrade to 9-Star's fiber internet today. Visit 9starconnect.com to learn how we can keep you connected. Your reliable choice for high-speed internet. 9-Star Connect.
All right. So 2 minutes, 18 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Eastern Hancock trails 64-19. I want to thank everybody who's tuned in and listening with us here tonight. Varsity game will start after this one. Noah Maddox running the point for the Royals. Gets it across, flips it over here to Jenkins. Jenkins to Youngblood. Gets it to Noah in the corner. It's kind of a weird pass. It looked like it almost was tipped or something.
Yeah.
Noah has it stolen away there by Max Lewis, and then Jenkins hunts it down and steals it right back. Flips it up to Robertson. Parker to Jenkins. Ooh, Jenkins got away with the travel, but we'll take it. Takes it into the rim. No. Rebound comes off to Anderson. His fourth of the game. And then he throws it away, trying to kick it over to Max Lewis.
Zelenga checks in. He's going to replace, looks like, Jenkins.
90 seconds to go here in the third. 64-19. New Pal leads. Maddox running the point. Going to hand off to Poindexter. Poindexter drives with the right hand. Being harassed by Misi. Gets it over there in the corner to Youngblood. Youngblood picks up his dribble. Dishes over to Maddox. Noah Maddox back to Youngblood. Oh, but great hands there by Carson Rush to poke it away. Parker Robertson comes up with it. Under a minute to play in the third. Maddox picks up his dribble on the right wing, flips to Poindexter. Poindexter gets cut off by Misi. Flips it back over here to Maddox. Maddox nearly loses it. Anderson's just harassing him. And then he throws it away, trying to go to the back cut to Robertson.
Yeah, it was just kind of a chaotic possession there. Trueblood tips it out.
Yep. Nice student section for the Dragons tonight.
That's what.
I mean, we're still in the JV game here, and we got 3/4 of the way to the ceiling up here. Max Lewis on the right wing. Dribbles to the left hand. Nobody's going to stop him. He gets into the rim, lays it up, no good. Rebound comes down to Evan Galloway. He kicks it out to Anderson.
And they're just still beating us to the loose balls. Misi over to Anderson. He's going to take the three.
And that's the end of the third quarter as that three falls harmlessly to the floor. The score at the end of the third, New Pal 64, Eastern Hancock 19. You're listening to the Eastern Hancock Sports Network.
Looking to give your car that sparkling clean shine it deserves? Look no further than Dave's Express Care Car Wash. Conveniently located at 1749 West Main Street in Greenfield, Dave's Express is your family-owned and operated car wash destination. Choose from our wide range of wash packages. And while your car gets pampered, you can indulge your taste buds at Dave's Express Grill. Have a bite of the world-famous Super Tenderloin Sandwich. Dave's Express Care Car Wash, where exceptional service meets unbeatable value. Experience the difference today.
All right, so getting ready to start the fourth and final quarter. It should go pretty quick here with the running clock.
Again, looking for some positives, running some good offensive sets, getting some good looks, hustling, and then playing solid defense, trying to disrupt the Dragons a little bit. It's going to be Robertson, Maddox, Zelenga, Trueblood, and Poindexter for the Royals. Looks like Misi, Anderson, Lewis, Galloway, and who's that down in the corner? Both the other Lewis.
Nolan and Max Lewis, both of them. So New Pal ball. Find Misi. Misi dribbles to the top of the key. Kicks it back out to Anderson. Anderson in the corner takes the three over the outstretched arms of Robertson. No good. Rebound comes off to Poindexter. He nearly lost it, but gets it knocked over to Maddox. Kicks to Parker Robertson. Three on the way. No. Rebound comes off to Anderson. His fifth. Anderson drives, dishes to Nolan Lewis. Three on the way. Off the mark. Rebound gets hunted down by Noah Maddox.
Noah going to set up the offense, top of the key. And we're just kind of running aimlessly right now.
Noah's pass, trying to get back cut to Parker, is stolen away again. They dish it around. Meese drives the left hand, lays it up. No, but then nobody puts a body into Galloway. Galloway with the layup and the offensive rebound there. 66-19, 5:50 to go here in the game. Noah picks up his dribble, finds Poindexter. Poindexter kicks it over to Robertson. Three on the way from Parker. Good.
Go, Parker.
3 points, Parker Robertson.
Parker leading the way for the Royals with 7. 66-22. Shot up there. No good from, who was that? Was that Galloway? It's knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Dragons.
Smith and Rush coming in for the Dragons, and Jenkins and Lewis back in for the Royals.
66-22, 5 minutes to go here. Running clock, remember. So this time's going to go really quickly here. Oh, it is Eastern ball. I thought it was going to be New Pal ball.
I did too.
Parker being harassed by Lewis, gets it over to Luke Lewis in the corner. Lewis backs down the other Lewis. Finds Jenkins, short jumper from Gavin Jenkins is good.
Basket by Gavin Jenkins.
Gavin Jenkins with his 5th point, first of the second half. Max Lewis working on Robertson. Flips it over here to Carson Rush. Nolan Lewis now gets it down in the corner to Brody Smith. Smith uses the screen to get up top. Kicks it back over here to Max Lewis. Max Lewis backs it back out. Kicks it back to Brody Smith. He drives, kicks, corner three from Carson Rush is good.
Basket by Carson Rush.
Carson Rush gets on the board, his first points of the game.
Nearly every Dragon has scored now.
I think Meese's the only one that has not scored.
Yeah.
And he's not on the floor right now, so. 4:04 to go, 68-24 right now. Robertson finds Zelinga, corner three from Zelinga, misses it. Rebound comes off to Max Lewis. Max gets a screen from Rush, drives, dishes to Galloway. Galloway kicks it back out. There's Nolan Lewis with the long three, no good. Rebound comes off to Lewis. Luke Lewis, that is.
Yeah, a lot of Lewises.
Yes, it is. Luke drives, has it blocked out of bounds, and it'll stay with the Royals.
I think Luke got fouled on each side, and they call it a tip ball out of bounds.
Well, at this point, it's one of those like, let's just call it a tip ball out of bounds. Inbound play gets Lewis a clean look for three, and he drills it. Luke Lewis with his 6th point. Cuts the lead to 41. And they're going to call Jenkins with a bump on that one.
Yep, he was in front of the correct ref that time.
Brody Smith drives, and Jenkins picks up his first. 3 minutes to go here in the JV game. They dish it over here. Nolan Lewis flips it up top to Carson Rush, over to Max Lewis on the left wing. Now to Smith, back to Max Lewis, back to Smith in the corner. He's going to drive on Jenkins, lay it up, no good. Rebound comes off to Jenkins, and then it's poked out of bounds by Brody Smith.
I think if Brody Smith would have just tried to lay it over the rim, he tried to put it off the backboard and hit it too hard.
He was like under the backboard and tried to lay it up off the glass, and it just wasn't there. 2 minutes, 20 seconds to go. Luke Lewis drives. Gets cut off there by Nolan Lewis. Back to Jenkins in the corner. Jenkins uses the right hand, spins over back over to left, and Gavin Jenkins with a nice fadeaway has his 7th point.
And I was going to say, you can hear glimpses of what the Royals can do offensively. We just can't get the consistency at this point.
Jenkins is going to pick up his 2nd foul there. Fouling Evan Galloway up top.
Hey, you can't take him with you. Can't carry him over to tomorrow night's game. So
Minute 45 to go now. New Pal ball. They inbound it into Brody Smith and flip it over to Max Lewis. Inside to Rush. Kick it back out. Nolan Lewis is going to bang in another three. 71-29. Luke Lewis drives. Dishes to Poindexter in the corner. Poindexter passes over to Parker Robertson. Finds Luke Lewis. Luke drives. Puts up a tough shot. Can't get it to fall. Rebound comes away to Galloway.
Yep. Smith going to go to the hoop as nobody cuts him off.
Nope,
and that
nobody
time
stops him.
And
I have Brody Smith with 2 points in each quarter. Total 8. Jenkins going to get a clean look at three, and Gavin Jenkins buries the three.
Jenkins come alive here in the fourth.
60 seconds remain. New Pal leads 73-32. Max Lewis drives, kicks to Rush. Rush drives, gets by Poindexter, puts on the brakes, lays it up and in with the left hand.
Wow.
Put on the brakes, he'll fly right by. 75-32 Dragons. Parker with the quick three, no. Rebound comes off to Galloway.
30 seconds left. The Dragons going to hold it right now. Well, they may take a shot if they can get it. But
well, and this is your crew. I mean, these guys.
I know. Good defense from
travel.
Jenkins.
Jenkins forces another turnover there.
Drew Morris checks in.
This is your guys. They don't get to play a lot. Most of them didn't play at all, other than maybe Brody Smith a little bit in the first half. So you let them play here. 4 seconds on the clock. Lewis drives, step back three, off the mark, and that'll do it. Final score, New Pal 75, Eastern Hancock 32. We're going to do a quick timeout commercial, and we'll be back with stats after the word from our sponsors.
We all need to eat more vegetables, but we run into the same problems every time we go to eat them. Carrots and peas just have no flavor. Beans and Brussels sprouts have side effects that will send children running in fear. But there is one vegetable that everyone loves. It's corn. And when it comes to corn, there's only one name to trust: Paxton Farms. Paxton Farms sweet corn has been your go-to source of corn in Hancock County for years. So head on down and grab some. And when you think of corn, think Paxton Farms.
So high-speed connectivity through the internet is one of those things that's like having air to breathe. Today, healthcare has become virtual. People will be able to access their healthcare provider via the internet. We do a lot of virtual monitoring. So we will have patients that have remote monitoring gear that are placed in their home and on themselves, and that has to be uploaded through the internet. Virtual connections. We can't do that without a partner like 9-Star Connect.
9-Star is a different kind of company, and the difference is you.
So, quick rundown of stats here. First for the Royals, they were led in scoring by Gavin Jenkins. He had 10 points to go along with 5 rebounds. Parker Robertson had 7 points. Luke Lewis with 6 and 1 rebound. Drew Morris 5 points, 2 boards. Brennan Trueblood 2 points, 6 rebounds, and Cash Poindexter had 2 points and a rebound. New Pal, Eli Parrott had 19, Will Davison 13, Evan Studi 11, Brody Smith 8, Sam Hershey 6, Nolan Lewis 6, Carson Rush 5, Max Lewis 3, Evan Galloway 2, Anderson had 2, and Liam Atkinson with 1. So Eastern Hancock falls to 0-2 here on this young JV season. And what we're looking for here in the varsity game, we're looking for, I'll say, a little better defense. Let's hope that New Pal doesn't shoot 1,000,000% like they did there in the JV game. So we're going to step aside here, folks. We have 20 minutes, actually probably a little longer than that. The varsity teams look like they're not yet ready to take the floor. So we will return with the pregame show. Varsity teams are taking the floor. We'll return with the pregame show here in about 15 or 16 minutes. Thanks for tuning in.
Looking to give your car that sparkling clean shine it deserves? Look no further than Dave's Express Care Car Wash. Conveniently located at 1749 West Main Street in Greenfield, Dave's Express is your family-owned and operated car wash destination. Choose from our wide range of wash packages. And while your car gets pampered, you can indulge your taste buds at Dave's Express Grill. Have a bite of the world-famous Super Tenderloin Sandwich. Dave's Express Care Car Wash, where exceptional service meets unbeatable value. Experience the difference today.
In life and in high school sports, the most talented person doesn't always win.
And the most successful people are not always the most gifted. I'm Owen Fouts from Yorktown High School.
And I'm Lena Jones from Plymouth High School. More often than not, success requires being what other people are unwilling to be.
Consistent, disciplined, persistent, without taking shortcuts.
It's often the most dedicated, hardest working person or team that rises to the top.
The ones who run extra drills, who stay late in the weight room, who put in time after practice.
They say hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. And those who rise to the challenge are met with the greatest rewards.
I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig. Support the hard work of our student athletes by buying a ticket to your school's athletic events. Thank you for being a champion of high school sports. This is consistency and commitment. This is discipline and dedication. This is your IHSAA.
Are you tired of unreliable internet? 9-Star Connect's high-speed fiber internet is here to change that. With dedicated fiber lines, you'll experience unparalleled reliability while staying connected 24/7, lightning-fast speeds, and competitive pricing. We work for you, delivering the best services at affordable rates to our local neighbors. Upgrade to 9-Star's fiber internet today. Visit 9starconnect.com to learn how we can keep you connected. Your reliable choice for high-speed internet. 9-Star Connect.
Some see a student athlete working on a shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly conversation about Indiana high school sports with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Now for an up-to-the-minute report about what's happening in the constantly changing world of high school sports. Here's Coach Bob Lovell with Commissioner Paul Neidig.
Welcome back, everyone, to our weekly conversation with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. And Commissioner, we are at the semi-state round of the football championship, and as you would expect, there are some tremendous games on tap around the state on Friday night.
Oh, Coach, it's shaping up. Well, it's been a heck of a tournament already, but it's shaping up to be really a fantastic weekend of football. And, you know, the weather's still going to allow us to. This is, you know, I was talking this morning, this is our last outdoor event of this season. Friday night, playing football, and everything else we've moved indoors, but we're going to get out and watch a little football. And I really believe that, you know, we're going to have some incredible games, but they're going to lead into an incredible state championship Thanksgiving weekend.
And I look at the matchups, and, you know, we talked about how balanced and how open some of these championships were, and I think that's really the case. You know, 6A Westfield at Center Grove, and 5A Warsaw, Bloomington South, 4A you have East Noble at Mishawaka, Martinsville at New Pal. There are some tremendous matchups there, and some teams that have weathered the storm and played well all year long.
Yeah, that's exactly right. You know, and we know that it's you and I talked in August about what a great year it's going to be, and you know, it's just a progression. It's one week after the next. You got to have you know, the coaches have worked hard, the kids have worked hard. Hopefully, they've minimized injuries within their program, and they're ready to go this weekend. But yeah, it's they just have to take it 1 week at a time, and I think that's kind of been the folks that I've talked to. That's kind of been their approach along the way, and I do think their teams are poised to do great things this weekend and the following.
Everybody wants to be playing in November. That's the idea. I can't forget our producer, Eddie Garrison's beloved Decatur Central Hawks will be at Bloomington South. He'll get all over me if I don't mention that. They've had a great season. Crown Point at Westfield, Brownsburg at Center Grove, all these in 6A. I'm not sure which one stands out more than any other because there are great storylines in each one of these runs right now.
No, I think that's exactly right, Coach. And every story is special to that community, or the people who want to go out and watch high school football. And, there's a couple ways to do that. We obviously know you can go to the game, but we have the full slate of games available this weekend on IHSA TV, and folks can, if they can't get to the game, they can tune in and watch these games on our Champions Network also.
Who else in the state has something like we do with the Champions Network? Are we the only ones?
We are. We're one of the few states in the country that have their own network, and we've been able to do that. And the one thing about people forget is, every game we broadcast at the sectional and regional level has been free, and there's no cost until this weekend. And the cost is still that of a ticket. It's no more than what a ticket would be. And so we just think it's a great opportunity to be able to watch high school football.
You mentioned, obviously, that this is the last event, outdoor event coming up. But we have girls basketball that's been going on, girls wrestling, boys wrestling getting started, boys basketball next week. Yeah, we talk a lot about football, but there's a whole lot going on in the IHSAA.
There is, and it's just that time of year. I mean, we always have something going on, and we just have a transition of seasons now. We're moving indoors, and yeah, the ladies have been playing for several weeks and honing their skills and getting ready to come up on a break with Christmas, so they can really focus in. But girls wrestling, boys and girls swimming. Boys basketball games are getting ready to begin next week. There's just an opportunity to go to your local high school and watch a game and see what's going on, and it's really a great value still.
It's the best seat in the house and the best thing to do during the upcoming holiday season. Don't forget to get out and support your local student athletes and all the things they do. Commissioner Neidig, it's always great to talk to you, and we appreciate your time, and be safe on the highways, and we'll talk to you next week.
Thanks, Coach. Looking forward to our conversation.
Thanks for listening to The Commissioner's Corner with IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig and Coach Bob Lovell. And thank you for your continued support of the high schools in your community.
It's not easy being a high schooler these days.
We juggle a lot each day between schoolwork, activities, jobs, and friends.
On top of all that, we're multi-sport student athletes. I'm Danae Klein, and I play volleyball, basketball, and softball for South Putnam High School.
And I'm Tyler Stanger, a wrestler and track and field student athlete at East Central High School.
It's hard physically and mentally exhausting yourself in practice.
It's hard coming back and doing it again the next day and the next and the next.
It's hard competing at a high level week in and week out.
But life is hard, and high school sports prepare us for it.
With every practice, every game, every win, and every loss.
I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig. Be a champion of high school sports and the life lessons they teach by buying a ticket to your high school's athletic events. This is developing character, perseverance, and work ethic. This is preparing for life. This is your IHSAA.
We all need to eat more vegetables, but we run into the same problems every time we go to eat them. Carrots and peas just have no flavor. Beans and Brussels sprouts have side effects that will send children running in fear. But there is one vegetable that everyone loves. It's corn. And when it comes to corn, there's only one name to trust: Paxton Farms. Paxton Farms sweet corn has been your go-to source of corn in Hancock County for years. So head on down and grab some. And when you think of corn, think Paxton Farms.
NiStar is very focused on customer and member care, focused on making sure that however we communicate with the member and customer is how they want to communicate.
You know, sometimes we're the one person that they speak to in a day, and you want that conversation to be happy and pleasant.
As a nonprofit co-op, we're focused on providing the best service we can for our members.
9-Star is a different kind of company, and the difference is you.
In sports, only one team walks away with the W.
Only one team gets the trophy.
And only one player is named MVP.
But that doesn't mean everyone else who competed leaves empty-handed. I'm Allie Ward from Boonville High School.
And I'm Caleb Ferguson from Columbus North High School. In education-based athletics, no matter who comes out on top, every student athlete walks away having grown as a person.
Every team walks away learning invaluable life lessons.
From responsibility to collaboration to integrity.
We're thankful to have coaches and mentors who always prioritize learning and growing over winning at all costs.
They're helping us build a mentality of development that will benefit us for the rest of our lives.
I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Knighty. Be a champion of high school sports and the growth mindset they develop by buying a ticket to your high school's athletic events. This is keeping education in front of athletics. This is the second classroom. This is your IHSAA.
Our service area is actually East Central Indiana. They come to us because we have this unique ability to access specialty care. Our partnerships with St. Vincent Health and Heart Hospital. We have Peyton Manning Children's Hospital, the Mayo Clinic Care Network. We access their resources via the broadband network that we have through 9-Star Connect. It's really all about connectivity. We don't have connectivity except for 9-Star Connect.
9-Star is a different kind of company, and the difference is you.
The camaraderie and community you experience in high school sports is unlike anything else. I'm McKenna Cruz from Greenwood Community High School.
And I'm Sawyer Tittman from Fort Wayne Snyder High School. Where else do coaches help their players develop as athletes and as human beings?
Where else do student athletes grow together and grow up together?
Where else do parents and fans from all walks of life come together as one to cheer on their team?
High school sports are special because coaches, student athletes, and fans know they are all in it together.
The camaraderie and community we experience is just one reason why we love high school sports and why it is unlike anything else.
I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Knighty. Be a champion of high school sports and the way they bring everyone together by buying a ticket to your high school's athletic events. This is unity. This is pride in your community. This is your IHSAA.
Are you tired of unreliable internet? 9-Star Connect's high-speed fiber internet is here to change that. Lightning-fast speeds and competitive pricing, delivering the best services and affordable rates to our local neighbors. Your reliable choice for high-speed internet. 9-Star Connect.
Discover the taste of summer at Paxton Farms Sweet Corn. Located just north of Maxwell, 2 miles west of State Road 9 on 600 North. Our sweet corn is handpicked, bringing sunshine to every bite. But that's not all. Capture picturesque memories in our fields of vibrant sunflowers, perfect for photos. Bring the joy of Paxton Farms sweet corn to your summer gatherings. Visit us today and experience the sweetness that keeps people coming back for more. Find us on Facebook, Paxton Farms Sweet Corn. Paxton Farms Sweet Corn, the sweetest taste of summer.
One thing I love about 9-Star is seeing how much this cooperative gives back to our community. They are always sponsoring and supporting our youth organizations. This is a huge part of our community and makes it a great place where we live. Encourage everybody to realize what an asset this 9-Star cooperative is. They give back and they have so much to offer.
9-Star is a different kind of company, and the difference is you.
It's a harsh fact of life, but failure is inevitable.
You can work harder than you ever thought possible and still lose.
Sometimes, someone else is simply better than you.
While life teaches us that we will sometimes lose, education-based athletics teach us how to deal with those losses in a mentally healthy way. I'm Bella Miller-Krieger from University High School.
And I'm Charlie Hosnow from Forest Park High School. With our coaches and teammates supporting us, student athletes learn how to move past the letdown and focus on the next point, the next play, and the next game.
We learn that negative energy is wasted energy, and that no matter how many times we fall short, as long as we are learning and never give up, we'll ultimately win.
I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Knighty. Be a champion of high school sports and the resiliency they build by buying a ticket to your high school's athletic events. This is overcoming adversity. This is developing mental toughness. This is your IHSAA.
So 9-Star Connect has been a leader in this community for 130 years. They were the ones that made Hancock Regional Hospital one of the most wired hospitals in America 30 years ago. So they have been leading the technology aspect for 130 years. Everything that we do in this county is built on the infrastructure that 9-Star Connect has built for over 100 years.
9-Star is a different kind of company, and the difference is you.
Innovative mindset that Nine Star Connect brings to the program, brings to the relationship with us, is really crucial. We were one of the first hospitals in the state of Indiana to have high-speed connections. Because of that, we could connect our outlying clinics into our main hospital's online medical record literally 2 decades before most of the hospitals in the state that were not in the large cities. We were advanced in that area because of the relationship with Nine Star Connect.
Nine Star is a different kind of company, and the difference is you.
Hancock Regional Hospital and Nine Star Connect have had a relationship for decades. We share a joint mission to support the development of this county. We want this to be the best place in America to live. We, as a healthcare provider, need telecom support, we need utility support, and so in our various locations, we access the services of Nine Star Connect. We would not have been able to do that without that partnership with Nine Star Connect.
Nine Star is a different kind of company, and the difference is you.
Some see a student athlete working hard in the weight room. We see a future leader learning there are no shortcuts to success.
Alrighty, folks. Welcome here to New Palestine High School, home of the Dragons, as the New Pal Dragons are set to host your Eastern Hancock Royals. We're here for the first Hancock County basketball action of the year, as the Royals are set to tip off here in about, well, we'll have starting lineups here in about 3 minutes. Eastern Hancock's coming off a tough loss to a very good Centerville team on their opening night tilt. They fell to the Bulldogs 64-39, and they really struggled with the pressure defense applied by the Dogs. They've had 9 days to work on that and look for Coach Bechtel's squad to be prepared for the pressure tonight as they face a really long New Pal squad. New Pal, as you said before the JV game, tonight's their first game of the season. It's kind of been a recurring trend over the last decade or so as their football program has been making deep runs into the tournament. Last week they won their 4th state championship in 14 years in an incredible performance up at Lucas Oil Stadium. So I think you said it, they used to play Richmond at the start of the year, and they just kind of said, we're going to cancel that and start a week later. Because it just feels like they're constantly having to delay. So they're like, we'll just delay for good. So
it's a good problem to have, but.
Woo! There we go. So we are just checking everything, making sure everything looks okay here. I don't know, it keeps throwing random artwork on here. I don't know what these random artwork things are, but they keep throwing them on there. Every time I update a song, it's like, or update the song title, it changes it to random artwork, and I'm telling it not to put artwork, but I think it's reading what I say and trying to search for a album title that's titled the same thing. So
got 11 AI that's trying to help you.
So anyway, we're about 1:20 away from tip-off. A couple things. Eastern Hancock is coached by Mr. Brett Bechtel. Coach Bechtel is 14-12 in his second year at Charlottesville. As we said earlier, their only game of the season, they fell to Centerville, 64-39. The Dragons are coached by Trent Whitaker, an EH grad. Good running back for the Royals back in the day. Trent has 138 wins to 90 losses in his 10th season here. He replaced current EH principal Adam Barton when he hung up the whistle and moved to the principal's office. So, again, Trent's having a successful season. How about this, though? Trent, 138 wins. He only needs 3 more wins to catch New Pal football coach Kyle Ralph for career wins. So, one guy, you think about how wild is that? One guy's guaranteed 22 games a year, the other one's guaranteed 9.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I think that probably says more about Ralph than it does about Whitaker.
I mean, you look at Trent, 10 years. I mean, this is his 10th, so he's coached for 9, 138 wins. You're talking, 15 wins a season. He has cranked out sectional title after sectional title. I was looking at that earlier. Under his tutelage, they have won 4 sectional titles, 2019, 2020, 2023, and 2024. The Dragons have 11 sectional titles in school history dating back to 1957. The Royals have 6 dating back to 1968. Although the Charlottesville Eagles, Wilkinson Bulldogs, and Westland Bears all won sectional titles of their own. So we've got some older than that.
Yeah, sure.
So I think we're going to have, we're going to have a special presentation. Julius Gizzi is a senior here. He scored his 1,000th point last year in the sectional championship game against Greenfield. And you don't exactly stop a sectional championship game to recognize somebody. So he didn't have time to get recognized, so they're recognizing him now with the 1,000 career points. Comes from a really good basketball family. I believe his sister is still playing at St. Francis. I think his brother played at Marion, if I'm not mistaken.
Nice.
Does that seem right? Maximus, he was a very talented player. So we're going to step aside here. We have the national anthem, and then we will do starting lineups right after that. All right. Always great to have a band. The band makes everything better.
Absolutely.
How about the spotlights? You notice they have spotlights in here, but they're mounted and remote controlled.
That's fancy.
That is fancy.
That should be
we
our
could
next,
do that.
I was going to say our next building project. But
so they got the spotlights there on the players. Starting lineups here first for your Eastern Hancock Royals. Number 25, junior Eli Manship. Number 43, the big guy inside, senior Caden Rubel. Number 5, junior guard Caden Powers. Number 15, the junior point guard Landon Loring. And number 33, the senior small forward Luke Schilling. Yeah, see, we could do this.
Yeah.
This is pretty cool. They've got very similar to 90s Bulls with the New Pal logos on the floor, and I feel like we could write a grant and get this done at our gym. It's pretty spiffy.
Man, we've even got the same song that
that the Bulls used to wear back in the 90s, or used to play. So, getting ready here to get underway. The first starter for the Dragons, number 5, Keegan Harrison. Number 24, Ben Slagley. He is a tough rebounder inside. Number 4, a guard, Moses Haynes. Another senior guard, number 11, Julius Gizzi. And lastly, number 14, the junior Evan Dara. And this isn't a real tall New Pal team, but they have length, if that makes sense. It's one of those teams that they got a lot of length to them, and they are tough. Julius Gizzi last year averaged 29 points a game with a season high of 44. Young man had a phenomenal season. I think kind of got him on the radar a lot. Gets overlooked a lot of times just because New Pal's a team that doesn't have – you don't think about star power, you think about good fundamental basketball.
Right.
And really a nice breakout season for him. The Dragons get the opening tip, and they will start with the ball. So Moses Haynes gets it up top here to Slagley. Slagley kicks to Gizzy. Gizzy's three, no good. Rebound fought for, and Eli Manship pulls it down, and he's fouled by Keegan Harrison.
Yeah, but any kind of fouls we can pick up here will be helpful.
And Gizzy pulled the trigger quick. I think he was looking for a foul. He kind of kicked the leg out and was trying to get the foul called. So Loring brings the ball up. Dishes to Manship on the right wing. They get it to Powers off the elevator screen. Dishes back to Rubel in the free throw line. Hands off to Schilling. Schilling back out to Rubel. Rubel's going to pull the trigger for three. In and out. Rebound comes off to Slagley.
Haynes with the ball at the top. They're going to run it across.
That's Dara. He gets it back to Slagley. Now back to Moses Haynes. Throws it inside to Gizzy. And I wanted to see what we were going to do. They put Schilling on him. Schilling's going to be all over Gizzy.
Yep, and then Loring falling off for the double team, and he's got to scramble to get back to his man.
Harrison gets it underneath, kicks it back out. Three on the way from Dara is good. Evan Dara knocks it home.
And that might be the thing. We can take Gizzy out of the game, but if he's going to make the right pass, then we're stuck on our rotations, and we've got to scramble.
Manship to Rubel up top, 6:50 to go here in the first quarter. Schilling looks.
I thought he had Manship.
He did have Manship under the basket, lost him. Powers gets to Rubel, missed the shot. Gizzy pulls down the rebound.
And that was Caden was getting ready to go up, but I think he was anticipating some contact.
Gizzy just stops and pops for three and buries it. And it's a 6-0 lead here real quick for the New Pal Dragons. 6:28 to go here in the first quarter. Gizzy only knocked home 54 threes last year, so not a bad three-point shooter. Schilling drives with the right hand, gets cut off, gets Rubel on the back screen. Rubel goes to lay it up, no good. Rebound comes off to Slagley.
Yep, and he left it short. Finger rolled it and just didn't have quite enough to get over the top.
Gizzy to Slagley. Slagley lays it up and in, and Coach Bechtel wants a quick timeout. Rubel helped off on Gizzy, and Slagley lays it in for two. 30-second timeout by Coach Bechtel. We'll stay right here. 6:06 to
me,
go.
this is very similar to the start of the JV game, and it's less about what we're doing and more about what New Pal's doing. Their passing is on point. They are getting to every loose ball right now, and it's just hard to keep up with them. They are a good team, and they have got some really good players.
I want to thank everybody who's tuned in listening tonight. Make sure to share that link out so people can listen and hear the game here on Eastern Hancock Radio. 6:06 to play. Royals trail by 8. And right now, they're just the Dragons are just playing clean basketball.
Yeah.
And one thing that I always mention this when we play 3A and 4A schools, there's another level of physicality that we're not used to playing with, and the officials are used to letting, New Pal, Greenfield, schools like that play with this extra level of physicality. As Slagley gets a steal there. Kicks it. Slagley's going to take a three from the wing. No good. But Gizzy out-hustles everybody to the corner, gets the rebound. Moses Haynes gets around Rubel, lays it up. No good, but Harrison there for the rebound. Kicks it back out. They swing it around. Haynes, three from the corner. Now he got it.
And we are just left chasing guys. I mean, and the initial on-ball defense is pretty good. There's a pass out or a rebound, and we've got guys running all the way across the court to try to get up a loose guy.
Well, like I said, our rebound, we've given up too many offensive rebounds. Schilling drives. Gets cut off there by Harrison. Kicks it out to Rubel on the right wing. 5:07 to go. He finds Manship. Manship tries to throw the back door to Loring, and it's going to be poked out of bounds by Moses Haynes. It'll stay with the Royals. But that physicality, there's a couple times we've done stuff and looked for the foul instead of looking for the finish, and that's where we've got to – we can't do that. We've just got to play through it and ignore it. 5:02 to play. Royals trail by 11. Powers catches it in the corner. Stolen away by Moses Haynes. Moses Haynes pops, dishes to Gizzy, who lays it up and in. Gizzy with his 5th point. 13-0. Dragons here to start the game. Loring uses the Rubel screen. Dishes over to Powers, nearly stolen away by Haynes again.
Really, other than Rubel, we're struggling to get a clean look. Is that
I was going to say off of Gizzy. Rubel tries to throw the backdoor to Manship, and Gizzy pokes it away out of bounds. 13-0 with 4:37 to play. Schilling to inbound. Lobs it into Rubel. Gets knocked back to Schilling into the corner. Eli Manship for three. Off the mark. Rebound comes off to Slagley, his third. He gets it up ahead to Gizzy. Gizzy's blocked by Manship and picked up by Loring. And then Loring is fouled as he tried to stop and shoot. They're going to say it was on the floor here. That foul was on Ben Slagley, his first, team second.
Austin McMahon checks in.
Yep.
And he's going to get Harrison. I think that was right. I think that was on. I mean, he may have been shooting, but I think Loring was on the ground. He hadn't gotten off the floor yet.
Schilling's pass stolen away by Slagley. Slagley takes it the other way, gets cut off by Loring. Kicks it up top. McMahon just checked into the game. McMahon just buried a three.
Yep. And
wait, that was Dara.
Dara and Schilling was anticipating a cut on that inbound, and nobody cut. He threw it where.
Rubel cut left, and he threw it right.
All right.
16-0 Dragons here. 3:55 to go here in the first quarter. Loring trying to work on Dara. Nothing doing. Gets it to Manship in the short corner. He finds Powers on the left wing. Powers tries to go back. Nearly stolen away by Gizzy, but Gizzy knocks it off of Eli Manship's foot. Eli's not going to disagree with it. I thought it was off Gizzy, but usually Eli's reaction, you can tell what actually happened.
He's a pretty honest kid.
Yes, he is. 3:40 to go here. Dragons lead by 16. Moses Haynes gets it to Gizzy in the corner. Gizzy just pops the tray. Nothing there. Slagley with the offensive board. Right back to Haynes. Back to Slagley. Slagley reverse layup around Rubel. Slagley with his fourth point, and he's got 4 boards here in the first quarter as well. 3:18 to go. The Royals trail by 18.
And this is one of the things we struggled with last week was putting the ball in the basket.
Loring pulls up, rises up, and gets that one. Probably shouldn't have fallen, but Loring hits it. First points of the game for the Royals.
Loring was due too. He really struggled last Wednesday, so I'm glad for him that went in.
Slagley in the corner with it. Gets it to Gizzy in the post. Gizzy working on Schilling. Step back over Schilling. No good. Schilling with the rebound.
Go to the basket, Luke.
He's blocked by Slagley. Rebounded by Gizzy.
Hey, that's all right, though. I'll take that. I know he got blocked, but that was a good basket.
And Moses Haynes with another three. Yeah, I mean, that was what you want. He was attacking the basket. I love it. Slagley just hustle play from behind. So 21-2 Dragons right now. Schilling with the ball. Gets to the corner with it. Poked away there by, was that Austin McMahon? But it's going to be off McMahon.
Harrison and Hamblin are going to check in for New Pal.
Axton Hamblin, it's his first action. 2 minutes, 17 seconds left here.
Dara's coming out, and Dragon to be named later, maybe, Slagley. And Manship for the Royals.
Luke Manship, or as Cole Allen, our freshman coach, calls him Baby Manship.
Baby Manship. He had a nice game. He didn't have a ton of minutes last week, but he did a really nice job. And as a freshman, he did not seem intimidated by the moment. It is all.
Rubel's going to pop the three. No good. Baby Manship getting the rebound, fighting Harrison for it, and Harrison just picked up his second foul as Luke Manship gets that foul. Eli's going to come right back in for Rubel.
That was a really nice job by Luke. A really, really hard basket or ball to grab because Harrison was underneath him, like undercutting him big time.
Well, you got to think Luke really had an impressive football season. That has to help the nerves.
Sure.
When you're a freshman and you had a, football season to get accustomed to it. Loring bangs in another two. He's got all 4 points, but then nobody gets back, and then Austin McMahon kind of sort of dunks it. It's kind of a layup-y dunk.
Yeah, that was an excuse me one. Loring again into the paint, won't fall.
Eli Manship just yanks it down, and then Gizzy gets the rebound, and Manship fouls Gizzy. I love the hustle, though. Eli just a hustle play and ends up tackling. Well, it wasn't a very good tackle. It looked kind of like some of our tackles this year in football. But Eli couldn't get it, and Gizzy ends up pulling it down. I can say that because I coached our tackling.
Oh, yeah.
23-4, minute 40 to go here in the first quarter. Dragons with the 19-point lead.
I like this. Luke Manship on Gizzy. Luke got some nice size to him.
And he's bodied Gizzy a little
really?
too hard.
They're going to call that?
Foul on Luke Manship, his first.
You're talking about the physicality, and that was the least physical foul we've had.
Yes, it was. And there, we weren't paying attention.
No.
They just dump it into Gizzy, and Gizzy picks up his 7th point of the game. 25-4, minute 25 to go. And again, falling asleep on the inbound. Going for a steal. Schilling drives into the basket, lays it up and in over Harrison. Couldn't foul there.
No, really, really tough basket from Luke, though. We go through 3 guys.
70 seconds left here, 25-6. Moses Haynes going to get a wide open look at 3. No. Luke Manship there for the rebound.
Here comes Loring.
60 seconds on the clock. Ooh, Loring.
Ball got caught under his arm, and he was going to the basket.
Schilling gets fouled going to the basket.
And I think, did they give
Gizzy?
Oh, okay. Because Harrison was right there, too.
Yeah, we got away with one because Loring, like you said, it got stuck under his arm as he was dribbling there. But Schilling going to the line.
Yeah, I thought Loring was going to make the same move again, get into the paint.
Schilling's first trip to the line this year. Can't get the basket to fall. Zach Stevens will check in for Caden Powers, and Slagley will come back in for Harrison. Again, 25-6 Dragon lead, 53 seconds left here in the first quarter. Schilling missed them both.
Both in and out for Schilling.
McMahon with that rebound. Moses Haynes with 45 seconds backs it up. He'll set up the offense.
Tell you what, if you're a neutral person watching this game right now, the Dragons are really fun to watch.
Yes, they are.
They push the ball. They get in their offense. They are always moving.
Gizzy lays it up and in. 27-6. Gizzy's got 7. Nope, Gizzy's got 9. 27 seconds. Loring gets to the rim, and Loring lays it up and in for 2 and gets fouled.
And is that Slagley? Nope.
Axton Hamblin with the foul. Rubel's going to check in for Schilling. And all we're doing right now is spreading. We're going 5 out.
Yep.
And just letting Loring work one-on-one.
And good for that young man.
He's at the line to shoot a free throw. Hits it. So he's got 7 of our 9 points. 27-9, 20 seconds left here. It looks like Haynes is going to wait for the last shot. 10 seconds on the clock. Haynes to Slagley, back to Gizzy. Gizzy's going to take the 3 over Manship and bury it.
I feel like that's holding the ball's got to be painful for the Dragons.
Yes,
they like
does.
to move it.
30-9 here at the end of the first quarter. What an offensive output there from the Dragons.
Absolutely.
That was incredible. We're going to step aside here and hear from our friends at the IHSAA.
It's a harsh fact of life, but failure is inevitable.
You can work harder than you ever thought possible and still lose.
Sometimes someone else is simply better than you.
While life teaches us that we will sometimes lose, education-based athletics teach us how to deal with those losses in a mentally healthy way. I'm Bella Miller-Krieger from University High School.
And I'm Charlie Hosnow from Forest Park High School. With our coaches and teammates supporting us, student-athletes learn how to move past the letdown and focus on the next point, the next play, and the next game.
We learn that negative energy is wasted energy, and that no matter how many times we fall short, as long as we are learning and never give up, we'll ultimately win.
I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Knighting. Be a champion of high school sports and the resiliency they build by buying a ticket to your high school's athletic events. This is overcoming adversity. This is developing mental toughness. This is your IHSAA.
So into the first quarter, the score, New Pal 30, Eastern Hancock 9. Coach Knight, the last time we gave up more than 25 points in a quarter was against Liberty Christian last year. They just kind of came out and blitzed us, very similar to this.
Yep.
They're just kind of a blitz right off the bat, and it looked very similar to this first quarter. They scored 28 last February. So Eastern ball here to start.
Yep. Loring the man-ships Rubel, who's got the ball in the paint right now. Hook no good. Gizzy grabs the rebound. Stevens, the other Royal, on the floor.
Gizzy can't hit the layup going the other way. Rebound comes down to Luke Manship. Eli Manship with the ball in the right wing. Finds Luke. Corner three from Luke. Leaves it short. Moses Haynes. It's all tipped around, and Eli Manship's going to come up with it.
Well, that counts as a rebound, right?
I think so. Luke Manship with the ball. Gets to Loring up top. Loring deep three. Way off the mark. Slagley with another rebound. Slagley finds Haynes. Nobody found Haynes except Slagley, and Haynes buries another three.
At some time we got to make a Red Sea comment, I think, for him. That guy is on fire. His shooting would part the Red Sea.
Rubel finds Loring. Loring loses it out of bounds, but they're going to say it went off of Slagley.
Yeah, really nice hands by Slagley, because that very easily could have been a foul.
Yeah, if I were them, I would definitely do with my cheer block some sort of Red Sea thing with Moses Haynes there.
A little shoe shine from Loring to not lose the 5 count.
So 6:59 to go. Royals trail 33-9 here in the second quarter.
The Royals were going to try the no inbound passer inbound for a minute. So.
Loring throws it right into the hands of Moses Haynes. He gets it up ahead to Slagley. Slagley kicks it out to Gizzy. His three, no good. Rebound comes off to Luke Manship.
And I think Rubel might have got a finger on that ball.
I think if Gizzy would have just pumped and driven, he could have had a dunk. Zach Stevens with the ball, drives with the left hand, kicks. Luke Manship, corner three, buries it. We needed that one. First three of the game for the Royals.
Who got the pass on that? I missed it.
Stevens. I believe that's our first assist of the game as well.
That's what I got.
Slagley.
Oh!
What a pass into Gizzy. Gizzy goes up and in.
That pass from Slagley.
I thought he was going to the corner with it, and he wraps it into Gizzy in the post.
I think our players thought he was going to the corner with it.
Yes, he did.
That was a great pass on it to hit the cutting Gizzy, and Gizzy lays it up.
35-12. 6 minutes to go here in the first half. Stevens with the ball in the right wing.
Man, Coach Bechtel's calling out what he wants, and our guys are just like a second slow on what he wants, and that's making some of the difference here.
Well, we're just not skipping the ball real quick. Our passes are not super quick. And Loring with another banked-in shot there. He's got 9, but the ball's dying. Yep. It's not popping from hand to hand. Slagley drives in and puts some English on it, and Ben Slagley with his 6th point as he lays it up and in. 37-14. And right now we're matching them shot for shot. Rubel with the ball on the left wing. Hands off to Luke Manship. Luke skips it over to Zach Stevens. Back to Luke at the top of the key. He's going to drive with the right hand. Hands off to Loring.
Got too many guys in the same spot.
Yeah. Loring spins, puts it up and in.
Loring currently all of the Royals offense.
Yeah, he's got 11. .452 to go. Dragons have definitely slowed the pace down. Gizzy with the ball on the left wing. Takes it all the way up to the rim and lays it in as he just got by Eli Manship there. 39-16. Just kind of keeping this 23-point lead. Luke Manship on the left wing, or on the right wing, sorry. Pulls up at the free throw line, nothing there. Tries to get it to his brother in the corner, and it's poked out of bounds off of Austin McMahon. It'll stay with the Royals.
Rutherford comes for Loring.
So Caleb Rutherford will get his first action of the game. Luke Schilling comes in. He'll replace Zach Stevens.
And we had two. Hamblin came back in. I didn't see who the other.
Harrison. Keegan Harrison and Axton Hamblin came back in for the Dragons. 4:24 to go. Eastern Hancock trails 39-16. Schilling with the ball at the volleyball line. Being guarded by Hamblin. Gets around Hamblin. Kicks it back up top to Rubel at the top of the key. Rubel dribbles with the left hand. Hands off to Luke Manship. Luke over to Schilling. Schilling drives with the right hand. Jump stop. Gets in. Goes up and over Hamblin.
Stop. Schilling.
Schilling with his 4th point of the game. Hamlin now running the point. Gets it over there to Dara, to Slagley, to Harrison. Up top to Hamlin. Back to Dara on the left wing. Back to Harrison now. Dara in the right corner, drives with the left hand. Tries to step through, kicks out to Slagley. His three's off the mark, but Harrison right there for the rebound. Dishes back to Slagley. He puts it up, and he's going to be fouled by Manship. So Luke Manship picks up his second, and that's going to send Ben Slagley back to the line. His first free throws, it's the Dragons' first free throws of the game. Slagley last year, 71% on the season. 30.
Seems amazing it's their first free throw as much as they've been moving the ball on offense. I guess they've been making a lot of baskets, right? Not getting fouled.
Slagley rolls that one in. Caden Powers will check in for Manship, and Moses Haynes comes back in for Dara. Yeah, you think as much as they've attacked, those are their first two free throws as Slagley knocks them both home. 41-18 with 3.5 minutes to go here in the first half. Schilling working on Harrison. Gets it to Rubel, and Rubel gets the wide open layup but misses, puts it back up and in. Rubel just trying to pad the rebound stats there. That's all he was doing. 41-20. We just kind of kept it right here at about this 21-point lead the whole second quarter. We've played them pretty even. Slagley inside to Gizzy. Gizzy's double teamed, gets it back to Slagley at the free throw line. Slagley thought about the step back, kicks it back to Gizzy. Gizzy's going to drive. Step back over Schilling, not there. Rebound by Hamlin, who puts it back up, and he's going to be fouled. That's either Rutherford or Manship. Eli.
I think it's Rutherford. Oh, no, they're calling Eli. I really thought that was Caleb.
Eli Manship, his second. So Axton Hamlin will go to the line. I have him attempting 0 free throws last year in varsity action. So.
There you go.
Missed the first. Loring set to check back in for Manship. So both Manships, they're the only two with fouls for Eastern.
That's somehow fitting.
So Hamlin missed that one off to the right. Maybe he needs to scoot over about 6 inches. And that one he rolls in. So Hamlin with his first point of the game. 42-20 with 2:49 to go here in the first half. Dragons has extended that pressure up. Schilling drives, finds Rutherford. 3 from the corner, off the mark. Rebound by Moses Haynes.
Yeah, we've got nobody even going for the ball.
Well, we're so worried about transition, I think, right now. Haynes finds Gizzy, another layup for Gizzy. And that one, he's cutting to the basket. He's getting a screen from Slagley, and we're not doing a good job of helping off. We're giving him that shot. Rutherford, another 3 from the corner. Oh, I have no idea how he got that one to bounce in.
Yeah, got a little help from the back of the rim.
That thing, it took the weirdest bounce, but Caleb Rutherford with his first basket of the season. Moses Haynes spins, gets to Slagley. 15 feet out, takes the shot. Off the mark, rebound comes off to Rutherford. Minute 57 to go. 44-23 Dragons. Loring drives. And okay. Loring jumped and was completely out of control, but they're going to call Keegan Harrison with the foul.
That's his third.
He picked up his third. We'll take it because that would have been a turnover the other way.
Yep, McMahon coming in for him. But, yeah, I actually looked away. I didn't see the foul. Yeah. Must just kind of stumbled into Loring.
So 44-23, minute 49 to go. Eastern Hancock ball under the basket here. They get it into Loring. He drives on Haynes, spins, airballs it. Gizzy with another rebound.
I think he lost where the basket was on that spin. Gizzy, his body control is ridiculous.
Yes. Haynes is going to stop and pop for 3. No good. Rebound comes off to Rubel. Now Royals pushing the pace. Schilling drives, gets to the basket and lays it in for 2.
Could play a little defense here.
Slagley fouled by Loring.
Yeah, it was Landon.
Yeah.
I think I heard it.
So Loring fouls Slagley. Slagley will go to the line to shoot 2.
2 shots for Ben Slagley.
And right now, I mean, Slagley hits that first one. I mean, we're even with New Pal this quarter.
Yeah, we're playing better, and they're not shooting quite as well as they did initially.
No. Dara checks back in for them. Well, they're not shooting as many threes. It's almost like Coach Whitaker's like, no, let's work through stuff here. Slagley misses, but Dara with the offensive rebound. Nobody put a body into him. Gizzy's going to take a three from the volleyball line and drill it. What else would you expect there?
Yeah.
48-25, 1 minute to go here in the first half.
Guess we shouldn't have said anything about him not shooting three-pointers.
I know. Rutherford with the ball in the left wing. Gets it up top to Rubel. They swing it around to Schilling. Back up top to Caden Powers at the volleyball line. He's going to drive. He's going to get to the rim, lay it up. No good. Rebound by Slagley.
Again, we had nobody going. The other four guys were all going back in transition.
Slagley between the legs to Gizzy, and Gizzy drills another volleyball line three. Goodness gracious, that young man is decent. Powers has it poked away, and they're going to get Gizzy for a foul.
That's his second. I'm going to make a comparison here, and I don't mean anything ridiculous by this, but they look a little bit like the Warriors offense. When the Warriors are clicking, just the ball movement and how they start getting a little clever with some of the stuff.
I mean, Slagley is the big guy who went between the legs behind him. And the official's going to talk to Loring and McMahon. Probably some words exchanged there.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're just, I mean, Slagley goes between the legs right behind him to Gizzy for a volleyball line three. You know, just fun stuff like that.
Gizzy moves real well without the ball.
Rutherford dishes it into Rubel. Rubel lays it up. Can't get it to fall, but Schilling with the rebound. And Schilling's shot won't fall. Tipped around, out of bounds. It'll stay with the Royals. Man. And again, those aren't, we're getting looks at 8 feet, but they're not easy looks at 8 feet.
No, not at all.
11 seconds left here. Powers with the ball in the left wing. Haynes isn't going to get a hand up, so Powers will just drill the three over the outstretched hands of Moses Haynes.
Yep. Good shot, not good defense.
And nobody gets back, and then Haynes just dumps it into Austin McMahon. Nobody was guarding McMahon under the basket.
Nope.
And McMahon just lays it up and in for two more. And so your halftime score, New Pal 53, Eastern Hancock 28. I mean, this is a fun, not fun for us as Eastern Hancock, but this is a fun team to watch for New Pal. This
Absolutely.
is, like you said, as a neutral fan, this would be a fun group of guys to watch because they are talented and you can tell they like playing together.
I will say one thing. We play some other teams that are pretty good. That kind of get chippy because of things they say and actions they take. I've not seen that from the Dragons at this point. They're pretty good, but they're not acting. They're not acting inappropriately on the court with that.
I agree. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to take our halftime break. It's youth night here, and then we will return with the second half following that.
Looking to give your car that sparkling clean shine it deserves? Look no further than Dave's Express Care Car Wash. Conveniently located at 1749 West Main Street in Greenfield, Dave's Express is your family-owned and operated car wash destination. Choose from our wide range of wash packages. And while your car gets pampered, you can indulge your taste buds at Dave's Express Grill. Have a bite of the world-famous Super Tenderloin Sandwich. Dave's Express Care Car Wash, where exceptional service meets unbeatable value. Experience the difference today.
In life and in high school sports, the most talented person doesn't always win.
And the most successful people are not always the most gifted. I'm Owen Fouts from Yorktown High School.
And I'm Lena Jones from Plymouth High School. More often than not, success requires being what other people are unwilling to be.
Consistent, disciplined, persistent, without taking shortcuts.
It's often the most dedicated, hardest working person or team that rises to the top.
The ones who run extra drills, who stay late in the weight room, who put in time after practice.
They say hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard, and those who rise to the challenge are met with the greatest rewards.
I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig. Support the hard work of our student athletes by buying a ticket to your school's athletic events. Thank you for being a champion of high school sports. This is consistency and commitment. This is discipline and dedication. This is your IHSAA.
Are you tired of unreliable internet? 9-Star Connect's high-speed fiber internet is here to change that. With dedicated fiber lines, you'll experience unparalleled reliability while staying connected 24/7, lightning-fast speeds, and competitive pricing. We work for you, delivering the best services and affordable rates to our local neighbors. Upgrade to 9-Star's fiber internet today. Visit 9starconnect.com to learn how we can keep you connected. Your reliable choice for high-speed internet. 9-Star Connect.
Some see a student athlete working on a shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly conversation about Indiana high school sports with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. Now for an up-to-the-minute report about what's happening in the constantly changing world of high school sports, here's Coach Bob Lovell with Commissioner Paul Neidig.
Welcome back, everyone, to our weekly conversation with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Paul Neidig. And Commissioner, we are at the semi-state round of the football championship, and as you would expect, there are some tremendous games on tap around the state on Friday night.
Oh, Coach, it's shaping up. Well, it's been a heck of a tournament already, but it's shaping up to be really a fantastic weekend of football. And, you know, the weather's still going to allow us to. This is, you know, I was talking this morning, this is our last outdoor event of this season. Friday night, playing football, and everything else we've moved indoors, but we're going to get out and watch a little football. And I really believe that, you know, we're going to have some incredible games, but they're going to lead into an incredible state championship Thanksgiving weekend.
And I look at the matchups, and, you know, we talked about how balanced and how open some of these championships were, and I think that's really the case. You know, 6A Westfield at Center Grove, and 5A Warsaw, Bloomington South. 4A, you have East Noble at Mishawaka, Martinsville at New Pal. There are some tremendous matchups there, and some teams that have weathered the storm and played well all year long.
Yeah, that's exactly right. You know, we know that it's you and I talked in August about what a great year it's going to be, and you know, it's just a progression. It's one week after the next. You got to have you know, the coaches have worked hard, the kids have worked hard. Hopefully they've minimized injuries within their program, and they're ready to go this weekend. But yeah, it's they just have to take it 1 week at a time, and I think that's kind of been the folks that I've talked to. That's kind of been their approach along the way, and I do think their teams are poised to do great things this weekend and the following.
Everybody wants to be playing in November. That's the idea. I can't forget our producer, Eddie Garrison's beloved Decatur Central Hawks will be at Bloomington South. He'll get all over me if I don't mention that. They've had a great season. Crown Point at Westfield, Brownsburg at Center Grove, all these in 6A. I'm not sure which one stands out more than any other, because there are great storylines in each one of these runs right now.
No, I think that's exactly right, Coach. And every story is special to that community, or the people who want to go out and watch high school football. And, you know, there's a couple ways to do that. You know, we obviously know you can go to the game, but we have the full slate of games available this weekend on IHSA TV, and folks can, if they can't get to the game, they can tune in and watch these games on our Champions Network also.
Who else in the state has something like we do with the Champions Network? Are we the only ones?
We are. We're one of the few states in the country that have their own network, and you know, we've been able to do that. And the one thing about people forget is, you know, every game we broadcast at the sectional and regional level has been free, and there's no cost until this weekend. And the cost is still that of a ticket. It's no more than what a ticket would be. And so we just think it's a great opportunity to be able to watch high school football.
You mentioned, obviously, that this is the last event, outdoor event coming up. But we have girls basketball that's been going on, girls wrestling, boys wrestling getting started, boys basketball next week. Yeah, we talk a lot about football, but there's a whole lot going on in the IHSAA.
There is, and it's just that time of year. I mean, we always have something going on, and we just have a transition of seasons now. We're moving indoors, and yeah, the ladies have been playing for several weeks and honing their skills and getting ready to come up on a break with Christmas so they can really focus in. But girls wrestling, boys and girls swimming, boys basketball games are getting ready to begin next week. There's just an opportunity to go to your local high school and watch a game and see what's going on, and it's really a great value still.
It's the best seat in the house and the best thing to do during the upcoming holiday season. Don't forget to get out and support your local student athletes and all the things they do. Commissioner Neidig, it's always great to talk to you, and we appreciate your time, and be safe on the highways, and we'll talk to you next week.
Thanks, Coach. Looking forward to our conversation.
Thanks for listening to The Commissioner's Corner with IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig and Coach Bob Lovell. And thank you for your continued support of the high schools in your community.
It's not easy being a high schooler these days.
We juggle a lot each day between schoolwork, activities, jobs, and friends.
On top of all that, we're multi-sport student athletes. I'm Danae Klein, and I play volleyball.
All right, folks, we are back here getting ready to start the second half of basketball here from the New Palestine High School gym. The New Pal Dragons lead the Eastern Hancock Royals 53-28. And that second quarter was pretty even until right there at the end. Gizzy knocked home a couple of threes, but I mean, Dragons scored 23 in that quarter. Eastern scored 19. I mean, you only lost that quarter by 4.
Yeah.
It's just you can't go down 21 there in the first quarter. And
so this the first 2 to 4 minutes here of the third quarter will be really interesting to see what if they want to come out and run and push it like they did that first quarter, if they're going to back off a little bit. I mean, I feel like the way they're playing, they could hit the 35 mark really quick if they wanted to, but do you want to rush through your first game?
Because it felt like the way they played that second quarter until the last 2 minutes, it felt like they were trying to be more methodical.
Yes, absolutely.
And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we were just not giving it to them quite as well. But it felt like they were trying to be a little more methodical and work through things. And I know that's kind of Coach Whitaker's style. He's always thinking long term.
Right.
You know, Coach Whitaker, again, you don't win 4 sectional titles in 9 years just by accident. He's not thinking. He's one of those guys I feel like is never thinking about this game. He's thinking, how does this prepare me for my conference? How does this prepare me for the sectional? How does this prepare me down the road?
Yeah, and they're playing Greenwood tomorrow night. So, and I don't know how good that program is, but it's a bigger school. So, you know, they're warming up with us, who's the little brother on the other side of the county, and then they're going to go take on somebody who's a little bit bigger. So that'll be, interesting for them. They want to work through some things here.
Greenwood joining the new Hoosier Legends Conference.
Nice.
Greenwood, Shelbyville, Triton Central, Monrovia, Indian Creek. Interesting conference. Looks like starters for each team here. Slagley with the ball, gets it to Moses Haynes up top. Haynes going to take the 3 over Loring, miss everything, and Rubel comes down with his 3rd rebound of the game.
Yeah, maybe halftime cooled Haynes off.
He hit 3 threes in the first half. Loring with the ball, drives to the left hand, pulls up. 15-footer, no good. Rebound comes off to Gizzy.
And Loring's been carried the bulk of our offense, but that one he had to work a little bit too hard, I think, for that.
Gizzy finds Darrow. Back to Slagley, back to Gizzy. 3 from the volleyball line, off the mark. And Darrow is going to pick up the foul as he knocked it away from Caden Powers.
Yeah, that's kind of silly foul.
So, yeah, Dragons missed their first 2 threes. That was a good look for Gizzy. I mean, it's from the volleyball line, but that was a good, quick
Yeah, very similar to
shot
one he hit near the end of the first half.
Luke Manship checks in for Loring, and Coach Bechtel just talking to him, explaining to him, like, you don't need to force that. You know, yes, there was a time early on when you needed to force some stuff because we couldn't get anything to fall, but
just taking this opportunity to talk to him and coach him up. Rubel finds Powers, corner three from Powers, in and out. Manship, Eli Manship.
I thought that went off Haynes.
I thought it did too, but I think the way that Eli just came in and slapped it, I think they were going to give it to Haynes. So, Dragon ball. Nobody's scored, a minute gone here in the third quarter. Moses Haynes walks it up, flips it over there to Harrison with Gizzy up top. Gizzy drives, kicks out. Slagley, three from the left wing. Too strong, rebound, tipped around, and Rubel finally grabs it. Schilling's going to drive on Harrison. Dish out to Rubel, three from the top of the key. In and out. Harrison tips it to Gizzy for yet another rebound. Moses Haynes stutter steps around Eli Manship and lays it up and in for two.
And that was a little bit more what we saw in the first quarter, that in transition there's a steal. Haynes hits a three.
So Haynes with the steal and the three.
Yep, 5 quick points.
And the score is now 58-28, 30-point lead for the Dragons. Luke Manship drives with the left hand, puts it up over Gizzy. No. Gizzy comes down with yet another rebound. Gizzy blocked there by Luke Manship. Luke grabs the rebound. Nice play there. Good physical play. Luke to Eli. Slagley blocked him, but Slagley got him with the body as Eli went up for the layup.
Yeah, Gizzy was not happy about that. Thought he got fouled, and he might have, but credit to Luke Manship for not backing down.
Nope. So Slagley with the foul. Eli Manship at the line for his first 2 shots of the game. Sinks the first one. These are Eli's first free throws of the season. Hits them both and leads back to 28 with 5:50 to go here in the third quarter. Haynes hands off to Gizzy at the volleyball line, over to Dara, to Harrison. And then Rubel, Coach Bechtel yells it out. Rubel reaches up. That is the first turnover that I have recorded for the Dragons.
That sounds about right.
Rubel with that steal. Eli Manship up top, drives with the left hand. Spins, and they're going to call Eli for a travel. Haynes pulled the chair out from under him.
And that was actually going to be a really good move from Manship. But as you said, he kind of got caught off balance, and when he went to make his spin, he was falling down and just lost his balance.
Slagley with the ball up top. Hits Gizzy on the back cut. We just lost him there. Gizzy with his 26th point of the game, and it's back to a 30-point Dragon lead. 5:05 to go here in the third. Schilling finds Powers. Corner three from Powers. No. Slagley with yet another rebound.
Oh, what a pass.
There's going to be a foul. That was Luke Manship came trying for the block, and Harrison, is it Harrison, I think, got fouled there?
Yeah, Luke lucky he didn't get hurt. Literally belly flopped
over.
It was at Harrison's
back. So Luke picks up his third. If you're Coach Bechtel, I think you leave Luke in. The way he's playing right now, I mean, why not? It's a 30-point game right now. He's bringing the energy. He's playing really well right now. I think you leave him in and let roll with him.
Talk about looking towards the future. Luke just a freshman, and this is a good experience for him. It may be a little bit painful growth, but he's going to be growing as a player every time he's in there for extended minutes.
Harrison hits 1 of 2, and Schilling grabs the rebound. 61-30, under 5 to play here in the third. We talked about Luke in football. I think he had 32 catches on the season.
Yeah, he really grew into his role throughout the year.
And did that not, sometimes you have a freshman that has a bunch of catches because you have nobody else to throw to. As Schilling loses the ball, Haynes is going to get a layup up the other way. Moses Haynes, 2 more off the steal. But he did it with really good receivers around him, too.
Yep.
Harrison thought that he blocked Eli Manship clean, but he's going to pick up his 4th. It has just not been Keegan Harrison's night.
No. McMahon. Who else is that? Davison and Hamblin getting ready to check in. We saw Davison in the JV game, and he was shooting lights out. Freshman.
This.
A little surprised Parrott's not checking in.
They may be saving him because you only get 5 quarters. Remember, it's not football where you get 6.
That's
so
true. He may be a fourth quarter guy.
Yes, exactly. Eli misses the first free throw. 63-30 in favor of the Dragons right now. 4 minutes, 21 seconds to go here in the third. Eli rolls in the second one. 63-31. Haynes over here to Davison. Gets it inside to Gizzy. He's working on Schilling. Gizzy, tough shot, banks it in. Got him for 28 right now.
Yeah, he's got to be contending for Mr. Basketball this season. He had a fantastic year last year. Would you say second in the state in scoring?
Something like that. Schilling is blocked there by Gizzy. Gizzy's going to pop the 3 from the left wing and buries it. 68-31. That's a 37-point lead, and that's the running clock, Coach Knight.
Yep.
Loring loses the ball out of bounds as Haynes tried to take a charge, but didn't get it, so that's going to be another turnover there, though, because it did go out of bounds. Coach Bechtel's going to take a timeout, and we're going to step away and hear a word from our friends at the IHSAA.
In sports, only one team walks away with the W.
Only one team gets the trophy.
And only one player is named MVP.
But that doesn't mean everyone else who competed leaves empty-handed. I'm Allie Ward from Boonville High School.
And I'm Caleb Ferguson from Columbus North High School. In education-based athletics, no matter who comes out on top, every student-athlete walks away having grown as a person.
Every team walks away learning invaluable life lessons.
From responsibility to collaboration to integrity.
We're thankful to have coaches and mentors who always prioritize learning and growing over winning at all costs.
They're helping us build a mentality of development that will benefit us for the rest of our lives.
I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Knighty. Be a champion of high school sports and the growth mindset they develop by buying a ticket to your high school's athletic events. This is keeping education in front of athletics. This is the second classroom. This is your IHSAA.
You know, Coach Knight, one thing I was thinking here as we were going through this timeout break, the reclassification. You know, they changed the way that they classified schools for 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A. New Pal bumps down to 3A. I'm sure they're thrilled.
Oh, yeah.
But we're kind of getting robbed of that Greenfield sectional, Greenfield, Mount Vernon, Pendleton, New Pal. Could you imagine? I mean, last year was an epic, epic sectional. You could be repeating that again. Mount Vernon, an outstanding team. Greenfield, an outstanding team. This New Pal team, outstanding. I mean, that's the only downside to that is as Gizzy knocks home another 2.
Yeah, I don't think those other 2 schools are going to be disappointed at Mount Vernon bumps down.
Or the New Pal went down. I got Gizzy for 33 right now.
Yeah.
Under 3 to play. Again, running clock here. We're in the third quarter. Under 3 to play in the third. Schilling gets cut off at the block. Dishes to Loring. Loring goes up. Too strong. Rebound comes off. Rubel and Gizzy fighting for it. And are they going to call foul or are they going to call jump?
No, Rubel got the ball. They're going to call a foul on Gizzy. His third.
Gizzy, his third.
So Rubel with the rebound there. I've got Gizzy 33 points, 9 boards unofficially. He's checking out. Slagley's coming in. Slagley, no chump. He's got 7 boards.
Yeah. Slagley, a big kid. Now we just get another foul.
Offensive foul on Powers. Called a moving screen there.
Wow.
Powers wants an explanation. The official's telling him you got an elbow up as you went to.
Yeah, Bechtel can't believe it either. I mean, of all the calls to go against you.
Haynes can't find anybody. Ends up finding Slagley. Back to Haynes at the volleyball line. Under 2 to play. It's 70-31. Slagley on the left wing. Rubel's going to let him shoot, but he doesn't want to. He's going to drive. Kick to the corner. 3 from Axton Hamlin. No good. Eli Manship gets taken down by Austin McMahon. Coach Bechtel helping the officials out by letting them know that was a foul.
Yeah, we are, for the first time, 1 foul away from bonus.
It is the bonus.
I guess they didn't put it up yet.
Yeah, they were slow on that. So Eli Manship going to go back to the line, shoot his 5th and 6th free throws of the quarter. Knocks in the first. We've not hit a field goal this quarter.
No.
Just Eli's free throws.
Yep, he's the only one who scored.
Hits them both. 70-33, a minute 35 to go here in the third. Haynes beats Loring, gets to the rim, no. Pokes it back out, but right into the hands of Luke Schilling. Schilling finds Powers. Powers finds Loring deep, three from Loring off the mark, rebound off to Slagley. His 8th board of the game. Minute 15 to go. Haynes pumps the three, drives, gets cut off, goes behind the back, right into the hands of Loring. Trying to get a little too cute there. Loring drives. Oh, he had Rubel, but he couldn't see him because of Slagley, and he throws it away. Stolen away by Davison. Then Slagley throws it right into the hands of Powers, and we've gotten into sloppy mode now.
And honestly, it looks like the end of a fourth quarter.
Yeah. They flip it up ahead to Loring. He lays it in for two. 45 seconds on the clock. Yeah, it's just gotten all kinds of sloppy here. McMahon drives. And, again, I don't know what. He got hacked by Loring. They didn't call it. It gets off to Loring. Slagley blocks / fouls Manship. Manship.
Seriously, it looks like the end of the game with the kids off the bench playing.
Yeah, I don't know what is going on now. They're really just kind of letting them play.
Yeah, I think that was a foul on both ends.
Yeah, I mean, down here we had a foul. Down here we have a foul, and they don't call either one. They've been calling way less egregious stuff, and now with the substitution, Coach Whitaker puts in a sub so that we're not going to be able to get the ball inbounded, because that was a smart move by Coach Whitaker. He realized if I sub somebody in right here, then the Royals will not get to inbound. So that ends the third quarter with the score, New Pal 70, Eastern Hancock 35. We're going to step aside, and then we'll return with the Dave's Express Care trivia question.
Looking to give your car that sparkling clean shine it deserves? Look no further than Dave's Express Care Car Wash. Conveniently located at 1749 West Main Street in Greenfield, Dave's Express is your family-owned and operated car wash destination. Choose from our wide range of wash packages. And while your car gets pampered, you can indulge your taste buds at Dave's Express Grill. Have a bite of the world-famous Super Tenderloin Sandwich. Dave's Express Care Car Wash, where exceptional service meets unbeatable value. Experience the difference today.
Okay, so here's our Dave's Express Care Car Wash trivia question, Coach Knight.
All right.
According to Google Maps, New Pal is 32 minutes away from Eastern Hancock.
Okay.
What schools are closer?
Just in general, or ones we play?
No, just what schools are closer.
So Greenfield is closer.
By minutes is what I'm going by minutes.
Greenfield is closer. Knightstown is closer. And then I would be looking at like Mount Vernon, Pendleton, Morristown, and Tri maybe? I don't know how far Tri is. You would know that better than I do.
Yeah, I live over there. Block there. Harrison blocks Loring. Davison with the rebound. See if any of our fans know it. What is the what schools are closer? Air ball there. Powers comes away with the rebound. Air ball by Liam Atkinson. Flip it around. Loring's going to take a three straight ahead. Bury it.
It's his first three of the game.
And it is all JV now. There's one or two. Dara's out there. Dara just misses the three. Another rebound by Eli Manship. And Manship gets called for the charge. Liam Atkinson takes it.
Because of course he does.
Coach Bechtel can't believe it. Eli Parrott checks in. So yeah, now we are now all JV guys here for the New Pal Dragons. Coach Bechtel wants a physics/geometry explanation. How did his momentum go one way and he fall the other?
It's a good question. We need Mr. Amos here to explain.
Well, he's got Cole Allen on the bench who teaches geometry.
Nice move.
Spin move. Good. No good by Axton Hamlin, and then Powers with another rebound. Schilling takes it in, no good.
You know what? It's been that kind of night. Schilling finger rolls an open layup. It goes off the back of the rim. Just will not go down for the Royals.
Dara in the corner with it. 6:22 on the clock. 70-38 Dragons right now. Davison's going to take a three from the wing. No good. Another rebound by Powers. These guys used all their shooting in the first game.
Yes, they did.
Got a guess here. Knightstown, Greenfield, Pendleton, Morristown, and Shenandoah from John Jordan.
Oh, Doa? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Schilling to Rubel. Rubel puts it up, and Rubel's going to be fouled. That'll send him to the line to shoot a pair.
Guess I'm thinking from Greenfield because that's where I usually start my drives. That Doa one, that's a good guess.
Eli Parrott picked up that foul. Rubel's going to go to the line to shoot two. Still missing some.
Are we talking about private schools too? We have a like a homeschool Lions. Shelbyville.
Nope. Rubel misses the first. Luke Manship checked in for Schilling there. Rubel misses them both. Rebound comes off to Atkinson.
Newcastle might be close.
I'll give it to you at the next next dead ball here.
That was a walk.
Yes. Hamlin no good. Rebound comes off to Luke Manship.
Yeah, at least they didn't give Luke a foul on that one.
Yeah, 5:38 to go. Powers corner three, in and out. The rebound comes off to Atkinson. It's going to kick to Parrott. Deep three from Eli Parrott is good.
Yeah, we saw a lot of that in the first game.
Yep.
Yeah, we are sitting almost on our, I hate to say average, it's been one game, but we scored 39 points last week. We'd like to break that now, put it a little higher.
Eli Manship working on Davison. Spin move back in, no good. Parrott with the rebound.
Yeah, nice move from Eli. Parrott again, and layup, that's good.
Parrott to Hamlin, back to Parrott. Really nice play. 75-38 Dragons now. Loring has it stolen away, and then Loring picks up the foul. That was just Axton Hamlin just took it away from him there. Loring picks up his second.
Landon Loring, his second. Zach Stevens in for the Royals.
Stevens and Rutherford check in for the Royals. Eli Manship come out, and it looked like Schilling was checking out.
So your other ones you missed, Rushville, Newcastle.
Okay, Rushville.
And then the Anderson schools.
Wow.
Anderson Prep, and Liberty Christian. Good ball movement there. Another three. Axton Hamlin hits the three.
It just feels like Anderson's farther away.
But from the school, it's just right up 109.
Yep,
you know?
You're right.
Straight shot. And you don't have any turns. You don't have to go out of the way at all. Rutherford gets it down to Loring. 78-38 Dragons. Loring working on Parrott, no good. Rebound comes off to Hamlin. Gets it up ahead, then back to Hamlin. He missed it, and Luke Manship with another rebound. He finds Stevens, corner three. Zach Stevens, off the mark.
And we had nobody inside the three-point line on that one.
Now, that's a good – I want Zach taking that shot. In transition, he had an open three. Zach's a shooter, but Davison's going to take the three, and Davison drills it over the outstretched arm of Powers, and Powers just looks like, what can I do? Powers to return the favor, off the mark. Davison with the rebound. Pushes it up, but Powers with the steal. Powers kicks. Luke Manship, corner three. Got it. Luke's got 6 points, all on threes. 81-41, under 3 minutes to play here in this game. Davison over to Liam Atkinson. Now to Evan Studi. Studi drives on Manship, gets cut off, back out to Axton Hamlin. Now to Davison at the volleyball line, 2:30 to go. Hands off to Studi. He drives. He is going to get called for the charge. Nice job by Powers there, taking the charge.
Yeah, I thought they were going to get Luke.
I thought they were too, but Axton Hamlin picks up the foul. Sam Hershey checks into the game for the Dragons. Eli Manship comes back in. He'll replace Loring. 2 minutes and 10 seconds to go here. Royals trail 81-41. Schilling's going to come in at the next break. Powers to Stevens up top. Stevens gets cut off, hands off to Eli Manship. Eli flips to his brother. Luke cut off. Hands to Powers, drives, kicks to Rutherford. Rutherford pulls up, 15-footer, got it.
Nice job, Caleb. Good shot from the elbow.
Rutherford's got 5. Get up ahead, Studi to Parrott. Parrott, 95 seconds left here. Kicks to the corner. Davison thought about the 3, drives instead. Reverse layup, too much English. Trying to help Luke Manship pick up some more rebounds here. They flip it up ahead. Rutherford wide open 3, buries it. Caleb Rutherford with 5 quick points. 81-46. 1:10 to go here. Hershey working on Manship, no good. Rebound comes off to Luke Manship. And Luke is literally just padding the second half rebound stats. Zach Stevens will bury the 3.
3 points, Zach Stevens.
Coach Bechtel's going to take a timeout just to get Schilling back into the game.
Yeah, Powers checks out. We're not even going to take the minute that it was. Just
no,
that
he just says all I want to do is get Schilling in. So 81-49 here. This last push by the Royals is going to make this final score look a little more respectable here at the end. 43 seconds, Parrott with it. Gets it inside to Hershey, back to Parrott at the volleyball or at the free throw line. Back out to Davison at the volleyball line. He's gets it into the corner. Drive there by Studi, no good, off the mark, and Luke Manship with another rebound. Gets it to Schilling. Schilling's going to drive, put it up and in. Luke Schilling with his 8th point of the game. Davison drives too hard. Rutherford with a rebound. And now it's back to what it looked like at the end of the third with this weird, chaotic, we're not going to call a foul, and it just, I don't know what's going on. Luke Manship, wide open 3, buries another one. And again, the final score here from New Pal, the Dragons 81, the Royals 54. We're going to step aside here and add up the stats in just a minute. But Eastern Hancock is going to fall to 0-2 on the season. New Pal starts off their year 1-0. The Royals will be in action tomorrow night against Westdale. The Dragons will be in action right here at New Pal against Greenwood, where they will host the Greenwood Woodmen. We're going to take a quick break here from 9 Star, and we'll be right back with final stats.
Hancock Regional Hospital and 9 Star Connect have had a relationship for decades. We share a joint mission to support the development of this county. We want this to be the best place in America to live. We, as a healthcare provider, need telecom support, we need utility support, and so in our various locations, we access the services of 9 Star Connect. We would not have been able to do that without that partnership with 9 Star Connect.
9 Star is a different kind of company, and the difference is you.
Freshman and JV basketball start.
All right, Coach Knight, you got our stats for us?
4 p.m. tomorrow.
I do. All right, for the Royals, we were led by Landon Loring, 16. Luke Manship ends up with 9. We got a couple guys with 8. That's Rutherford and Schilling. And then Powers with 3, Stevens with 3, and Rubel with 2. As far as rebounds go, Luke Manship had 8. Rubel had 5, Schilling had 3, Eli Manship had 3, Rutherford with 2, Powers with 3, I believe. Assist for Powers and Stevens, 2 for Schilling, and then I had us with 4 steals: Powers, Loring, Schilling, and Rubel, although that could be off on that.
For the Dragons, they were led by Julius Gizzy's 33 points in 3 quarters. Moses Haynes with 16, Ben Slagley with 9, Evan Darrow with 6, Eli Parrott 5, Axton Hamlin and Austin McMahon both had 4, Will Davison with 3, and Keegan Harrison had 1. So I have to update my thing. The last time We talked about it the last time we gave up 50.5 was last year against Liberty Christian. Last time that the Royals allowed an individual to get 30 was Braylon Mullins last year. He had 44. Before that, you got to go all the way back to Isaac Andrews, the really good Wapahani player.
Yeah.
So in 2022. So again, tough loss for the Royals, but again, I think you started off with that big deficit, that 21-point deficit in the first quarter. And then from there, it was like, you talked about it. Win the little things. Try to win the little things. And I think you got to look at this from Coach Bechtel's perspective. What do you look at going into tomorrow night's game? You just go, okay, guys, here's what we did well.
Right.
You can't dwell on it. That's the thing that's hard. As a coach, you almost want to dwell and look at it and be like, okay, we got to fix this and fix this. But he's got to look at the good things that came out of this. I thought we did a better job tonight. New Pal is a better team than Centerville.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Centerville's a very good 2A team. New Pal's a very good 3A team and would be a very good 4A team as well. But I thought we did a better job of at least getting to some of those 50-50 balls.
Yep.
We didn't get to as many as I wanted, but we did a better job than we did last week. So I think you see the improvement there. Offensively, obviously, we put up 54. We only put up 39 last week. 19 in the fourth quarter. Now, I know the fourth quarter was mostly against their JV, but still, 19-point quarter is pretty good. 19 in the second as well. It was really just those odd number quarters that killed us. So we will be back in action tomorrow night. You don't have to listen. You can turn our voices off and watch tomorrow night. So you guys are in luck. Well, we'll be back home against Westdale Warriors, starting Mid-Eastern Conference play. And hopefully, fingers crossed, trying to come away with a win tomorrow night. Get on the win column. So thank you, everybody who tuned in tonight. We had about 35 people listening at any time, so
nice.
That's a good number. So I want to thank everybody who listened with us tonight, and we will see you guys tomorrow night.